But no, it was a three that got it first, and then our Ys, and my parents still never got it.
Mm.
So
I
it's
have
weird.
the updates. I just don't have the functionality. That's what sucks.
Oh,
That's what sucks, right? Like I'm already
shit,
on
they
the
don't even
next.
have the update.
I'm already on the bug fix one that comes after that release.
Yes, I'm on that one too.
You
On
know what I'm
the
saying?
three, not on the wait. Actually, did I get on the Y? Let me see.
So
The 26.7. Let me see. I'm looking right now.
you
No,
know,
actually, see, the Y is ahead. It has the 26.8. The three only has the
point eight,
26.7.
point
See,
eight. Yeah, exactly.
The Y is still ahead, which is weird. I don't know how that is.
The car
And
has the
Jeremy,
update. The app
I
has the
I
update.
read
The
I read the
Powerwall
names
has the
wrong on my
update.
calendar. I saw a J, I saw Hebron. I was like, well, let me just text. And then I looked back at the calendar, like, shit, I fucked up. By
Okay,
then, it
so
was
so
too
okay,
late.
so at
By
least
then, it was too late. If you had an iPhone, I had text on iMessage, I would have been able to delete that message.
that's even more reason why I shouldn't.
I would have been able to go back in time and delete it.
So when you
Funny.
sent it to me, I was like, okay, he's got something telling him that it's my brother's birthday. That's
So
fine. I'll
my
let it
bad.
go. The funnier part is the fact that TJ and Ra, they
They
just,
said happy birthday.
you know, so they
They
got in
got
on
in
it,
on it.
and
Oh man.
they were like, oh yeah, it's his birthday.
Uh,
What is up, everyone? Welcome to the PsyBrawn's podcast, your weekly dose of me talking about random things in tech and gaming with my friends over here. That is Cyberpunk, that is Johnny, and I'm PsyBrawn. So you guys didn't think that we'd be talking about EVs again? Right
no,
after the last one,
no.
and we just opened with EVs, but that is not the topic of the show. But if you do like what we talk about week after week, right around this time, 10:30 to 11:30 Pacific, we just talk about random things. Catch us on twitch.tv/Cyberon or on YouTube. If you got Prime Gaming, throw the sub on there. And I got friends who listen to this podcast and they didn't even sub on YouTube. It don't cost you anything. It don't. Just sub on there. I was like, are you
Damn,
serious?
call them out like
Oh,
that.
hey man,
Just,
they're,
yeah.
they're just
I might be one of them. Hold on.
maybe.
Oh no, I already
Hold
subbed, man.
on.
I subbed, man.
Well, I got a couple accounts. That's why I could probably hit this thing like
Oh,
four or
easy
five
there,
times.
buddy. Please.
Oh man.
I got
Anyways,
5 new members.
just
Oh
like that.
man.
Hope. We'll see. Anyways, what you guys been up to this week?
Well, today I just finished not too long ago putting together some IKEA furniture, and that
Two,
takes a
three,
while if you're
4
not
hours.
Hmm? No, it's this corner cabinet. The Billy, I don't know if Jeff might be familiar. I mean, not sure how often you
Of course, I
frequent,
know what the Billy is. I got
Hey,
fucking four of these
the
things in
The
here.
Billy.
Remember?
Billy,
So we got the Billy corner, and
the
the
Billy
white
corner,
one costs hella less than the blue and the sorry the black and the
the blue.
what color that like that beige color they got by like $300 less. It's like give me the white one. So yeah, got the
Three
Billy
hundred
all
dollar
the way
difference.
$300 less. How
300.
how many you
300
got? You got
380
you got 10?
380. Nah, 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 nah.
You got
Got
10
the
You
plus
got four,
tax?
one
Is
for
that
each
how it
corner.
came out to 300
nah,
bucks?
nah, nah, nah. Got the corner. Got the corner Billy. Like where you do the middle and then you got the sides. So then it
Yeah.
does the whole corner bookshelf thing, but then also got the extension to the
That,
ceiling.
I mean, that's the
So
same thing I bought here.
yeah, so I did the extension all the way to the top of the ceiling too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Add one more
Yeah,
shelf
yeah,
on
yeah.
top, right?
Two more
Yeah.
shelves on each one. So yeah, yeah,
Two
that's
more
that.
on top?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think you're
yeah,
supposed
yeah,
to
yeah.
do that, bro. I
Hey
don't think you're
man,
supposed to do that shit,
all
bro.
to the top, going to the top, man. Hey man,
Is it
all the
going
way
over the
up,
door too?
all the way up, man, all
I
the way up.
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know if you're supposed to do that,
Hey,
bro.
You know,
Billy.
I only assembled I
One,
assembled it,
2, 3, 4,
but I
5.
haven't put the extensions on top of the other one. I already measured it. I have about probably maybe a one
Yeah,
and a half inch gap to the top. So it's gonna be fun.
yeah, but you're right because
Uh
there's about a $30 difference between the regular shelf and the other one just for pure color alone.
yes.
And
Oh
then
man, yeah, it
maybe
was
about
absurd. I
$15
was like,
difference between the additional the ad
well,
shelves.
you know me, I would have gone with
Well, that's why
black,
I waited.
but you know,
I
they
wanted
don't got
black,
flat black. They
and
don't have the
I don't.
flat black though.
I was so adamant. I was so adamant about getting black. I waited, and then when they went on sale, I fucking bought them.
Oh, so you got the black
I bought
Billies
them
on
straight away.
sale. Okay, okay. No,
Yeah,
I'm good.
on
White all
sale
the way,
to
man.
where they were the same price. They were the same price
Okay.
as white. Yeah.
Yeah. But then that only happens once I watch that shit come on sale. This what is it? This holiday
Labor
coming
But
up.
Day.
I just
I
finished
still want to get
assembling these motherfuckers.
I still want to get the glass
The
shelves
doors.
and the doors too.
Yeah, so
I'm
I'm
waiting for
waiting on
those
the
doors to go
doors.
on sale because doors
Yeah,
are like
yeah,
70
hey, I'm
bucks.
right there with you. We're gonna be like, hey man, them doors is on sale. I got them on hold
Let
for
me
you.
know. Let me know. Let me
I'm
know because they're
standing
70
by.
a pop.
I'm
I'm
standing
just like,
by
damn.
by two
But
row
they got to be
two
black though, bro.
Couldn't
They got to be black
section
though.
28.
couldn't you just buy another set if it goes on sale
Oh
and then go return it as on the other receipt?
I
no, the
don't see
different
why.
colors on each receipt. If you buy different colors, the colors are marked accordingly.
No, no, no. I'm talking about if they go on sale.
Oh, they go on sale. You could get it price
Price
matched.
match? Okay.
But the thing is, I already went white. I wanted black, but they don't have flat black. They have like a textured black. They have white is the only one that's a flat color. That's the only thing. And plus, it's fine because it goes with the wall and the color scheme. So it's all good.
Flat black.
Yours is a textured black, right?
Because it's made to look like
Yeah,
wood.
but it's not reflective that much though.
No, no, no. What I mean by
It's not like
flat,
it's
it's like all right.
shiny. It's not like
You
glossy.
know though you don't see the texture on the white. On the black, you see the
Oh, you
texture.
don't want to. I see.
No, I
You
don't
don't
want
want to
the
see.
non-textured look. Yeah,
You
no,
don't want
the
to see the
non-textured look.
ribbing and stuff.
No, 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 no ribbed.
Well, from where I'm sitting, you barely even see it, if anything.
Yeah.
And it's not even really
That
black
don't
though.
bother
It's like a
me.
super, super, super
Yeah,
dark
that's what I
brown.
mean. No, it's not. It's not even like a
It's like
you know like
they call it
onyx kind of
espresso.
color.
It's like an
Yeah,
espresso.
yeah. Speaking of coffee, hey, you know your pumpkin. I know your favorite is pumpkin. It's out, man. It's
Oh,
already out.
fucking hate pumpkin. Fucking
Hey,
hate that
man,
shit.
that's a lie.
Oh my god, I fucking hate that shit, bro. Who came up with that shit? They need to get a shot, bro. Shit, fucking gross.
I can only tolerate so many of the K cups, and then I'm like, nope, can't do it. Can't
Of
do
which
it.
one?
No, when I buy the pumpkin spice, like
Oh no, see,
I
from
think
you
in
can't
bulk.
do pumpkin K cups, man. It's you flavor it on your own. You
Flavor it
can't
on
if
your
you're
own.
gonna do that. You that's too strong doing it that way. What's in your cup, Jeremy?
Coffee.
Hey, me too, man. Irish coffee.
Mm-hmm.
mine's already done.
Jeff, what's in
I
your
don't got
cup?
any more now.
Oh
The
no, I
Java Monster.
oh easy.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, that you know,
Pow.
I found my elixir too. This is seems to do the trick for me. Oh,
Cool.
Jeff, you didn't say what you was up to.
Oh. Um. hmm. Well, a bunch of my keyboard stuff came in.
Damn, more
Unfortunately,
keyboards?
it's all in. Unfortunately, it's all. No, it's the ones I talked about. They
Oh,
finally
okay,
made it
okay.
here.
All right.
I remember I pulled the trigger, bang bang. Remember that from last
Okay.
week? Bang
hmm
bang times two.
Bang bang.
Uh, yeah. So the post-apocalyptic one came, but the retro one didn't. But the
Show and tell, man.
keycaps for the retro one came, but the switches for the post-apocalyptic didn't. So it's all like jumbled up. So I can't actually create any of the boards yet. They're all
Oh,
just
okay,
kind of
okay.
sitting here.
Uh,
So
The
you haven't
keycaps,
swapped
though, I decided to test drive them. I decided to test drive them, so I have them on my cyberboard right now. I
Oh,
don't know
okay,
if you could
okay.
see this. Let me see if
Nah.
you could see
Well,
it. No,
okay, now I
you're not
see.
gonna be able to see this shit.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
it's not
Now
gonna
you
come in.
you disappeared,
It
man.
won't come into focus. Yeah,
It
it's not gonna
went.
work.
It went. It went behind the background.
That's okay. I don't think you could handle it though. That's why. It's
Oh,
all right.
easy. It
Yeah. So I'm just waiting for the other stuff to show up. That way I can finish building it.
keyboards. Did they
That's it
got
though.
just? I don't know why keyboards make you think of Legos, but they got a Lego kind of keyboard. I mean,
Yes, they do.
Lego
They actually
okay,
do.
keycaps.
all right.
Yeah. They definitely have Lego
Cause,
keycaps.
'cause I mean, I don't know. Some reason I don't know why, but maybe it's what I'm drinking. But the keyboards make me think of Legos. Just because I know you could take the keycaps off of each one, like you could build it and shit like that. So I just figured, man, that'd be
Yeah.
kind of awesome if it's a
Yeah,
Lego
somebody
kind of
came out
thing.
with one like that where it
Shit,
had like
man,
extra spots on the side you could build on it and stuff. And
like a Lego, and then have like a matching Lego case. I don't know if that'd be able to handle the internals, but maybe build the outside of it.
Um,
I see
I'm sure
Jeremy thinking about
there's
it.
something like that already. Like somebody already made their own.
Yeah, I'm sure. Shit, they got that. They, that what was it? The Lego car. The fucking can't even think of it. Anyways, I got
Lego
random
keyboard.
shit in my head.
Let's see.
The
Let's see
shit's
where
which
it
the
is.
shit's
which
hitting me
one? The
hard right now.
DeLorean? The
No, no, no.
DeLorean?
I'm talking about
Is that what you're gonna
Lego
say? Oh.
Lego actual.
Oh, the
Hold
actual
on, man.
car. Yeah,
Yeah, the actual
somebody
car.
made like a Lamborghini. Somebody made a
Yes. Okay.
Lamborghini. I
Wow.
saw
Okay.
just
See, I thought I
recently.
was
Just
just.
recently.
Yes, I listen
Yeah,
to
it's a
and read a
recent
bunch of
post.
stuff that there's just a bunch of jumbled shit inside of here. Sometimes it don't come out
Yeah,
clearly.
Oh, this one looks nice. Lego
that's fairly
keyboard
recent
case.
post.
It's Technic on the sides.
Technics.
Technics.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, and what you been up to, Jeremy?
Just working. Working, waiting for these plates to come in and the controller for the PS5.
Plates.
The
Plates
plates
for.
for the PS5 and Spider-Man.
Oh, you got there. Oh, okay,
They
okay.
should
So
be
you were
here
able to get some.
next week, and then Starfield is here this week as well. This coming Friday, so I'm gonna play that. Probably do that on stream. Actually, see how it runs on PC because it's locked to 30 FPS on Xbox. So
To what? 30 FPS, but on
yeah,
PC it's at 60.
on PC, I think it's unlocked. Like you could go up
Unlocked.
this. Yeah, yeah. It's crazy how I don't know if you guys have been hearing this Baldur's Gate crap with the
Yeah,
Xbox.
man, that thing's hella popular, man.
Well,
Boulder's Gates.
the problem with Xbox is that they came out with that cheaper version, and then they came out with the X, so S and X. They
Yeah.
But the thing is that all the games that are going to go on there, the promise was that the S for the lower price point will still get all the features of the games except that it'll run them at a lower resolution, and that was it, that the resolution would be lower, so that it's an easier barrier to entry into their ecosystem. But now Baldur's Gate won't run split screen co-op on the S. It can on the X. It can't do it on the S. So it's created this issue that people are locking in on, is like, what about games later on? Are they going to be able to run on both, or do I have to buy the fucking high end the
Man,
higher end one to even get the game? So
it seems like Xbox, they just made one Xbox, concentrated and focused all their money on just that particular Xbox
they couldn't
instead of splitting it into this S and X thing. Because
couldn't
then now it fucks them up with the hey, this game gets this game gets that.
Well,
You
they're
can do this
just
on here, you could do this on that. They might as
they're
well have
trying
come
to
out
get
with a
enough
handheld.
money. They're trying to get enough
yeah.
money so they can release the E. That's what they're trying to do right now.
Pulling a Tesla. I
Yeah.
see. They trying to pull a
Model
Tesla.
E's about to come out, bro, and complete
But
the
see,
trifecta.
It
I
should have
think it went
been.
over
It
his
should have
head,
been
bro.
the S. It should
Oh,
have been the S and the E,
my bad.
and then the X came out.
There it is.
See, that's
Mm,
the thing.
mm.
See,
That's the
the
Y
thing is,
factor.
they
That's
came
the Y
SX.
factor.
That's the Y factor. Well,
That's right.
then the next technically it should be the Y next, not the E, the
Yeah.
Y.
If it
See,
was the SE, I'm saying.
yes, Y for yes. That should have been next.
The yes box. That's the next one.
The
Yes
yes
box.
Xbox.
box,
The yes
exactly.
box.
Yes
Yeah,
box.
the yes box. Hey, that could make some good commercials for them. I mean, why not us? It's the yes box.
The yes
And
box.
then PlayStation got their like fancy remote play coming out
I
that
can
I
see it
was
already. Are you a yes
inquiring.
man?
Ah.
Are you a
Now
yes
you
man?
a yes man, then you get a yes box. Then they be looking. They have a picture of a
Oh,
PS5. That's a no box. Then they flash over to the new yes box. Bam.
Hire us for the
I'm
marketing
telling
team,
you.
right?
Yeah, exactly. Microsoft marketing. If you're watching this,
Yes.
we're available. We're available.
No.
Need you on the team.
If you
That'd
want to
be too funny.
acquire it, hey, we can negotiate. You know, the answer is yes.
The answer is yes. So since we're talking video games, we'll get right into the topic here, and I didn't let you guys know what it was gonna be. So this is
Oh, it's
straight
fine.
off the rip. You'll have more questions most likely, Johnny. Now Jeff probably has all
Cool.
the answers for this. This is his bread and butter.
Q&A.
We are gonna talk about
Oh,
the Destiny
aliens.
2 showcase
Oh, okay.
that
Okay,
that
the
that happened the
showcase.
other day. So I've got some bullet points here because I've got questions, and then maybe Jeff can explain some of the
Showcase.
details of what the hell
Oh,
all
you
this
didn't
is
know
gonna
there was a
mean.
showcase for the last
Nah,
expansion?
I just look. I've been busy building
Exactly.
IKEA furniture, man.
that answers one of the
Between
questions.
between window shopping for suspension and possible rims, building IKEA furniture, and also window shopping
Mm.
for a possible lift for the car. That reminds me, Jeff, man. If I get that lift, we about to slam your shit too.
Oh, okay. Hopefully you're not lifting your car, but you're gonna buy a lift for the car.
We gonna
Bro,
lift the
he's gonna put
Y.
it up and then
We
he's
gonna go
gonna put
off
the mud
roading with
guards
that
on it.
shit. We'll get
The
some mud
flaps.
tires in that
Get the
bitch.
mud flaps,
Yeah.
bro.
No,
It's
man,
gonna
no,
be
no, no,
taller
no,
than
no.
a Rivian.
Hey, we gonna make that into a donk. We're gonna make that into a donk. We can get some 28s on that bitch. Cut the fender wells.
What's the
Be interesting.
so before we go into the Destiny shit, what is the biggest rim that can actually fit on those?
If
Let's
you
say the
cut the
white.
fender well,
No,
if
no,
you
no.
cut the
Without cutting.
fender
Without
well,
cutting. Without
oh,
cutting.
okay, my bad, my bad.
Without cutting. What is the biggest size that they've already made for that car?
Shit, I
Well, I
don't know
mean,
that one.
one of the factory options is
22.
20.
20, what? Shit. Is it? No, hold on. I don't want to.
21 inch. It's 21 inch.
I was gonna say 21, but I wasn't sure.
It's 21
Is it?
inch.
That's what he said.
Yeah, it's 21 inch.
Ah,
So 21 inch with maybe a 2 or 3 inch gap. 24
me
inch,
on here
maybe,
want to put some 22s on it though.
maybe 23. 23 would probably
23.
be it, I think.
Yeah, I'm reading 23 max. Homie pushed the
23 would probably
22,
be it. Yeah,
but then the tires though be some rubber bands on that bitch.
yeah, they'd have to be.
Yeah, you ain't hitting corners, you gonna pop that motherfucker. You hit a pothole, that's it, man. Cracked rim. That's the only problem. If you go bigger
Can't say I've
rims,
seen a
smaller
23 inch
tires,
rim on those.
you gonna crack your shit, man. Hopefully it's freshly paved roads all the way. Now, if you in California, you ain't driving with some rubber bands in your shit. You gonna fuck your shit up, man.
Yeah, it's so funny when
California.
Jerry came to visit me. He was like, it was weird driving around in your town. I was like, why?
So
The roads are
smooth.
so smooth. I was like, oh shit.
Exactly.
He said for the
You
longest
ain't trying to look
time.
out for potholes.
Yeah, he was like for the longest time he thought his like tires were messed up. No, it's just the roads, dude. The roads are so bad.
The road's fucked up, man. Shit.
Shit, I
When you
remember when we went to Riverside for the first time. Remember that, Jeremy?
Yeah.
When I went
Oh
to go
yeah.
visit Sam for the first time.
I
We got
remember
out there on that 91 in Riverside. I thought I had a flat tire. Nope. It was going duk 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 duk, right?
Yep.
that freeway's fucked.
Dude, I was like,
It's
shit,
been that
this
way
is
for
crazy.
30 years. At least.
And the turbines are
Ridiculous.
22 inch. That's what it is. The turbines are 22 inch.
Sorry, my bad. 22.
22s.
Yeah, it's funny how
22
Yeah,
for
much
the
bigger freaking wheels are compared to
22
back
for the
then when we
Y.
were doing 17s.
22 for the
No,
Y.
that's what. Well, no, I'm just looking. It says turbines are 22 inches. For the Y, no, that's for the X.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. There's different turbines. There's turbines for the X, for the Y, and for the
Yes, you
3.
are
There's
correct.
different ones. Yeah,
Maximum tire size.
I should know this shit.
21. 21.
See, 21 on the
Hey,
Y, yeah. And
21 on the
and
Y.
I think it's 20 on the 3. It's 20 on the 3, 21 on the Y, 22 on the X.
I wouldn't want 20s on the 3 though, man. Like I think 19s is the perfect size for the 3. I
would,
wouldn't.
bro.
I would.
I put 20s
What's
on
stock? What's stock on the 3?
18.
Really?
The stock rims are 18,
Yeah.
but then the upgraded ones are 19.
18, 19.
18, 19.
What's stock on the rear wheel drive and what's stock on the all wheel? Or dual motor,
same.
whatever.
Same.
It's the same.
Same.
Hmm.
You can upgrade the rims if you want to.
The only difference between is
All-wheel drive and the speed
yeah.
and the sound system. I think that's it. Yeah. Anyways, Destiny 2 showcase. I'm sorry. My bad. I apologize.
No worries. No worries.
Plenty of things to talk about.
Yeah.
Back to
Season
the
of
showcase.
the Witch.
The price is right.
What's your impression so far of this week? Cyberpunk. What do you think of it?
Showcase number 1.
Well, I think it's an improvement over the last season, right out the gate. I think. I thought last season was going to be interesting because of the worm that was underneath Titan, which was teased like ever since Destiny 2 launch when Titan was a destination.
Yeah.
But there's something about underwater in video games that just doesn't jive with me. Actually, I think
it goes
doesn't jive with a
underwater
lot
on
of
this
people.
game.
Yeah, on the last
we
season.
did last season.
Oh, so look,
or maybe even in the current season, you still continue some of that content that was released from last season. But
my bad.
when
Every
you
time I
gotta
want
be
to play,
like
I fall
going
asleep while it's loading.
slow,
You fall
like
asleep while it's
you're
loading.
going slow,
Because you got to up.
or I don't know if that feeling of anxiety because you have to hold your breath and you have to rush,
That
but you
pressure.
can't rush because you're slow. It's like contradictory, right? And the thing about water in games, and at least the way that they implemented it in Destiny, it's like very forced, at least in Destiny, right? So the way that they implement in Destiny is a traversal thing, right? It's like, okay, well, to get from point A to point B, guess what? Now we got to drop you in the water. You're going to be in water and you're going to go slow. You got to get the air bubbles to continue going. And it's like, this sucks. Because you really weren't
Turtles, man.
fighting underwater.
Ain't that
You
part
weren't
of a
even really
Ninja Turtles
fighting
game?
underwater. I mean, fucking Super Mario, it sucked too, right? You're going whoop, 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 right?
Yeah.
The swimming. Remember that shit?
Yep.
Oh man.
Where do you think Flappy Birds came from? That's Mario Brothers swimming. Whoop, 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 whoop. You have to hit the button so you go
filler.
back up. Yeah,
Sounds like a filler.
but that's what it is.
That's what it sounds
The
like.
whole thing is just like, oh, we're underwater, guys.
Filler.
Guess what? To go from point
Air
A to point
bubble
B, you
filler.
gotta be underwater. and then you come out of the water to fight the guys. So now all of a sudden I'm out of the water fighting guys. And then
Come
when I'm
through
done
like
fighting guys,
Aquaman.
guess what? You go back in the water. And it's just like, ooh, okay. And then you got to go find the bubbles, because if you don't find the bubbles, you run out of air and then you die. Anyways, so far season which is pretty cool. I like the lore with Eris. So Eris came back as the NPC, fucking
Featured NPC
person or whatever.
of the season.
The featured NPC, your host of the season.
Yeah.
She turns fucking Super Saiyan. She finally changes ever since she was released in fucking D1 in the tower like years ago. I mean, it's the same deal though, like bunch of reprised weapons. There was some added system quality of life improvements to the dashboard. I'm still waiting for them to put back the shortcuts for the loadouts because of the bug that they found with the Warlock, which sucked. That they took that out, so hopefully they put that back soon.
Wow.
Yeah, they added
they added the
loadouts so that you can quickly change between like I
What
want
was
this
the
gear
bug
set.
that affected it?
I don't know.
I
don't know
didn't
what the bug
actually
was.
read the article, but there was some kind of like OP thing that Warlocks are able to do, and it just like decimated PvP, and therefore it had an effect on Trials of Osiris competitive
That
mode to
magic.
the point they were like, yeah, we need to shut this off. So they did. But
Yeah.
I mean, so there's 2 different activities. Both of them are match made, 3-player activities. I mean, they're okay. The replayability, it's kind of similar to like the thing that I had in Dreaming City, where you were choosing the difficulty level before you started the match with like a level 1, level 2, level 3. So far, we've been able to clear level 2s, no problem, but level 3, we're just like getting absolutely decimated. And it's just
is that
like,
with teams?
it's
Is
such
that
a
teams
difference
only?
between 2 and 3. Huh?
You get match
Is
made.
that with teams only? It's match
Yeah.
made.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they
Probably
are
team of
making
3.
it solo friendly. See, I guess
Oh,
this is the reason why. Hey, well, what? No. Hey, Destiny people, look. Not everybody has time to go on with the other homies is on. Sometimes you want to play solo. Ain't nobody awake. Ain't nobody on. I don't want to get match made. Can you make it solo friendly? I'm just saying. Shit.
Well, for a guy that plays all the time, I still haven't seen you on, so you would have caught me because I'm always
Hey.
on.
Hey, because I told you I fall asleep.
You can't play solo if you don't play at all. There's no solo play if you don't even
I'm
play.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Look, I solo
So
one day.
the good news,
once a month.
The good news for you is, I think by season 23, the next season, we're in 22 right now. The Fire Team Finder will go live for different activities.
So it's like, fuck it, I
raids.
go on there like some. I get carried. My people like, look,
a
I
bunch
need
of
to
stuff.
be carried. Help me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, there's incentive to carry people, actually.
There's actually
There's a what?
There's actually incentive to carry.
For the shit, man. Carry me.
Well, okay, so this new Fire Team Finder, they're supposed to have like these preset classifications that you can sort of
Hashtags.
badge yourself with. Yeah. So if I'm an expert,
Need to be carried.
a Sherpa,
Hashtag expert at being carried.
yeah, there's like one that's like I'm a chill person, or I'm like a very serious player, like I'm a sweaty person.
Sweaty.
So like I don't want to be matched up with people that are like, you see what I'm saying? Or now you could be like, no, we're all lax people. Like we don't take this seriously, but we want to match up with like-minded people that are also lax, right?
What Skeletor say on the thing? The acronym?
Skeletor.
What's the acronym? The acronym that Skeletor said.
Talking about He-Man?
Yeah. There's a fucking YouTube where Skeletor is playing Destiny.
Yeah.
What?
What's he say? No, the encounter or something.
Okay.
Oh
Hold
yeah,
on, man.
know what to do.
Know
That's
what
it
to do.
is.
Shit. My shit's gonna say hashtag going in blind.
A new
Yeah.
inbox.
Yeah.
So,
so far
Guide
it's cool.
me.
So far it's cool.
what do you think of
Okay,
the
I
new PvP mode? The new that Crucible Labs,
Oh, the relic.
the relic.
Relic's pretty cool. I mean, it's something different, right? I mean, it's right along the lines of Scorch, Team Scorch, or whatever that was called, right? Where you had the cannons, those falling
Yeah.
cannons, right? It's just a different pace of play, which is nice. Because the thing that sucks about Control is that nobody ever fucking plays Control. They don't control the zones. They just go and shoot people. They just use the control zones as a place to find people to shoot, right? Because you know they're gonna be there trying to control.
Yeah.
They don't realize the name of the thing is called control, and the idea is to control the zones, not to just go in there and shoot
But it's
people.
it's also, it feels different than Mayhem too, because Mayhem is like a wacky mode too, right? Like, oh,
Go shoot
get you
everybody.
super bad.
Mayhem is go shoot
But
everybody.
then
That's where you go kill
Mayhem
people.
Mayhem gets kind of like, it gets too crazy sometimes, because
'Cause
then it's
just
because
a
then
bunch of people
you're
stupid
really
out
It's
letting
just
fucking up
super
each other.
bonanza.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
But you know
I
why?
guess
They
that's-
gotta rename.
it has
They,
its own
they gotta
qualities, but-
rename control to just straight up capture the flag, because when people see control, they don't see it as capture the flag. They just fucking do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Well, they're doing a capture the flag mechanic now in Rift.
But then, oh, okay, all right.
Yeah. Capture
Sorry,
the
my
flag
bad. I
is quite
haven't-
literally going somewhere to bring something somewhere else,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh, my bad.
That's what capture the flag
Okay,
is.
my bad. Yes, in the literal sense, yes, that is what capture flag is.
Yeah.
Control, you just sitting there, right? You're just occupying
there and
the-
getting all
Territory
the zones.
control.
Yeah, it's a territorial type thing. But yeah, relic is cool because also it mixes up the types of relics that can be procured, right, during the phase of the play, right? Sometimes you've got the vault of glass, the shield thing. Fuck, I already forgot what it was called. And then the synaptic spear. You could throw the fucking spear and do the little slam down thing, I think, and probably even do the teleport with it. It's just nice to have new modes.
Yeah.
To try.
Yeah, I don't know if I mean, it's nice to do the whole relic thing and bring that PvP or PvE aspect into PvP.
Yeah.
I think I want to see a big map again with the freaking
what they should do.
vehicles. With the
That's
vehicles.
what I was just gonna
you know
suggest.
what I mean?
That's what I was gonna suggest. Yeah.
Damn, was
Is
that
to do
Destiny 1 with
another-
the big map?
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't
They
done a
have-
big
they have
With
map
the
huge
on this
vehicles
one.
on the
yet.
moon, right?
Yep.
There's two.
Was that was on the moon?
They had the moon one and they had the Mars one.
Okay,
Yeah.
the Mars one. See, look, well, all they had to see.
Question.
Just go back to
Bastion was the
Destiny
name
1.
Mars.
That's what they need to do. Go back to Destiny 1 and build from there, and then fucking, just yeah. That was when I was on all the time. Jeremy can attest to that one.
Yeah, you were remote playing and doing
Yeah, man.
nightfalls by yourself.
Working out. I was working out in the morning and trying to get to that fucking loot cave. That's what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those times were pretty fun.
Yeah, I
was
think
all
they
our
gotta go
like-
and do like a big map, like 12
First-
against 12, or like Jerry's saying,
Yeah,
20
First Light was the
versus
other one.
20.
Oh,
They actually
First Light.
turned that map, First Light, into a PvE intro for the Shadowkeep expansion.
Yeah, that's right. But we haven't seen that Mars section at all, right?
Bastion, no,
No.
haven't seen it yet.
but I do like the game enough to where I do keep buying the seasons, because I do. Every time I do load it up, and I do get to play when I get to play, I just love the graphics, and I love just
Have you seen any?
Shooting
Have you
shit
seen
on
any of the trailers? Have you seen any trailers for the new expansion called The Final Shape?
no, I have not. I
Not
just
yet? Okay. I'm not gonna
I
spoil
just
it for
looked
you,
on
then.
the thing.
I'll wait.
Okay,
I'll
Alright.
wait for you to see it for yourself. Yeah.
Yep.
all right.
So what can you
But-
tell me about the timeline stuff?
Oh, yeah. So they got this new thing called timelines, and the thing is, the timeline has actually already been present for a period of time now. I think it was introduced in
Witch Queen? I think Witch Queen.
might have
yeah.
been Witch Queen. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Witch Queen is when they brought it in, and it was meant to be. It was meant to be informational for newer players, I guess, right? If they're jumping into this new expansion and it's like, well, how do we get to this point? What had happened before? They could look at the timeline and sort of get a sense of all the things that had transpired. But now they've actually integrated as an access point to older content, which is also another probably even better way to introduce newer players, or even just refresh returning players that might have left for a period of time, came back, or didn't even play
Right
all
here.
of the seasons.
I'm right
right?
here.
Yeah,
I'm
perfect
right
for
here.
you.
So for you, Johnny, you can jump in and at least if you were to start on this season, you'll get a
And go
quest
through a
from
refresher.
Ikora. Yeah, you'll
Uh-huh.
get a quest from Ikora. After you're done doing this quest, you actually get a Monte Carlo exotic loot drop, which is cool, because then you'll have a present or a more recent version of the light level of Monte Carlo.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about pulling out your old one. I'm sure you've gotten Monte Carlo in the past, but at least you'll get a higher light level
forwarded
version.
a bunch of shit on there, man.
But what it does is it makes you play some old content. So one of the first missions they have you play is the introductory mission of Forsaken.
Forsaken.
You remember
Fuck, I don't-
Forsaken?
Yes, I remember that. I don't even know how you remember all this shit, man.
He plays
Oh,
every
come on.
day.
How could I not play every
Uh,
day? Anyways, yeah. So Forsaken was the expansion where Cade kicked the bucket. Remember that?
Yes, I remember that. I miss Cade.
Yeah. So they make you play that mission, and it's just a refresher, or it's an introduction to people that never played it, because some people actually started with Lightfall,
Oh,
right?
that's true.
People just bought
Yeah, you're
Lightfall
right.
and like, hey,
Yeah.
let me jump into Destiny. This looks pretty cool.
Mhm.
But what the fuck? Who are these characters? Who's Zavala? Who's Ikora? I've heard things about this guy Cade. I don't know, where is he at, right? So now you get to play the mission. You get a little bit of exposure of what happened in the past, and actually, it isn't just a straight rerun of the prior cinematics. They actually do a synopsis version of it.
Oh, really? And it pulls
Of
the
the
storyline
cut-
together.
Yeah, they actually
Oh,
chop
wow.
up the cut scenes and do it more in a narration type way.
So it fixes the part where is there a story in this, and it puts it all together in one
Yeah.
piece.
So it's not
Finally,
so it's not like, for instance, you're
Hence
watching the
the-
scene.
hence the
where
name Final
Cade-
Shape.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well,
Hey,
really, what it
it's,
is,
you know,
it's trying to close up the gap for everybody so that they can understand how we got to this point, right?
yeah.
So, and then the next mission after that has you go and do a Beyond Light mission.
Mm.
So that was the other expansion, right? And that introduced you to characters like Aramis. It introduced you to Stasis, the other subclass. So yeah, this timelines thing, I think it's a great idea. And I think as the next season comes in, they're going to introduce different missions, or I think maybe throughout the weeks they're going to start to introduce different subsets of missions to be exposed to through the timeline.
I think it's
Um,
bait.
And it's something that they've been needing to do in terms of replayability. Is that
Yeah.
the game has so much content, they don't find ways of creating replayability. And so the fact that you can get a Monte Carlo by doing these missions is the chase, right? Some people don't
Mhm.
have Monte Carlo.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, cool, this is a way for me to get that.
Pretty exotic.
What I thought was also cool is that also by doing these missions, you did get a loot box at the end, and that loot box was actually awarding sunset content. So now you have the ability to go get weapons that you could not get anymore through going
Oh,
and doing
okay.
that stuff,
That's
which
cool.
is another
And it's
reason to
random
go
for
do that.
everybody. And it's random for everybody. It's the same shit everybody gets.
I think it's
at the end of
so
this
we got machine
rainbow.
guns. Did we get machine guns on
We
that?
both got the same. We got
Yeah,
the
we got
same
the same
machine
one.
gun,
Yeah.
Mm.
but the thing about the machine gun we got was it was a machine gun that could drop with a pattern.
So we can
And I don't
craft it.
think I got the pattern, but you did. See?
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
I got the pattern
So-
one, so that you can
Yeah.
Hold on.
make your own. You can make your own weapons now.
I gotta piss. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Keep talking.
So
Oh,
he
good.
probably doesn't know that. Oh, yeah, that's right. But he didn't. His camera's still on.
Is camera still on? His headset still on?
What's that?
Is his headset still on?
Oh, yeah, do we hear him leaking?
He might. But then
No,
I also
I
don't.
don't-
wanna
I
spoil
think he
anything
walked
if
around
he's
with the-
listening to me.
I see his headset right next
Yeah.
to the beer.
Oh, okay then.
So what about the orbs? These new elemental orbs. Do you think those are gonna stay, or is that a permanent feature, or is that just for this season?
I think they're definitely probably trying it out, right?
Yeah.
I meant to put it on mute, but I couldn't find the mute button right away, so my bad.
I wonder why
okay.
they felt the need to go and add that kind of mechanic into the game, where I thought that the application of the debuffs were already suitable. You know what I mean? Now it's giving. Can you pick up my orbs?
Yeah, I picked up
can.
your orb.
So
I picked up the solar orb, remember? And I was like, "What is this?" And you're like, "Oh, that was the solar orb I created." I was like, "Oh shit, thank you." So now that gives that right. It's kind of also adding to that like build craft, right? Where we're kind of like, "Hey, Jeremy, can you be this mode and I'll be this? That way
Yeah.
I can pick up for what you're missing and this and that." This is just another opportunity to provide some other like
yeah,
support,
synergy
right?
Support.
Yeah, some more of that synergy.
between the three.
That way I can provide you a void offensive without you having the need to have
Void.
Void
me
on.
shoot at stuff
Stuff,
for
yeah.
you, right?
Okay.
Because it's like, hey Jeff, you got the void weapon, please shoot this thing, right? Because in Nightfalls it was like that. We'd have to split it up, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Jeff,
One person
I
has to
can't
put the
break
void,
this
one has
guy
solar, one
because
has to
I
have
need
the.
you to have your void shot.
Yeah.
Well, now guess what? Jeff ran out of all his void heavy. I'm out, guys. I'm sorry, I can't
Next
break
person
it
up.
or whatever, right? Or something. But now if
Yeah.
I'm able to shit a couple of those void orbs for you,
Then it refills the void, because it's like you said, support.
and from what I understand,
Support
those
balls.
also apply whatever debuffs they would have applied, right? Like if void is like some kind of suppression thing for certain stuff, you know, you're able to take advantage of that.
Taking advantage of
But
them
I
void
think
balls.
it's just one of those things too, right? They're just trying it out. They'll see how it goes. I think people really liked those orbs from the other season, the one that I said that these were
Warmind?
kind of like Warmind cells.
The Warmind orbs.
Look,
People really liked
all
the
I
Warmind
know,
cells, and they took those away, and they were like, "Fuck."
all I know is all my other homies at work that was shitting on Destiny, telling me like, why are you still playing that game? Why do you even play that game? They're on it now. They're like, dude, this shit got even better than it did before.
What were they
I'm
playing?
like, I've been telling you it's good. It's just
Call of
they
Duty?
just
No, what were they playing?
That's
Call of Duty?
Call of Duty.
they play all sorts of games. It's just that Destiny wasn't their go-to. But now they're like,
Yeah.
where you at, man? Do you go online? Because I need help. I'm
Well,
like,
no,
well,
like,
I don't.
like people can like whatever they like. I'm curious what they
No,
play.
it's fine. I understand.
You know what I mean?
But then they would just shit on it, like why you play that? Like there's other games to play. I'm like, hey man, I know there is, but it's just that game catches my eye better than say The Witcher or like you were saying Baldur's Gate or whatnot. It's just something about Destiny. Even though I don't get to play it all that often, when I do turn it on, I get to play it. It's more fun to me than any other game that I play. That's the whole reason I even got a PlayStation. When did it come out? PlayStation 4
4.
or 4? That's the whole reason I got a PS4 Pro.
No, we got the
right?
fours. We got the fours.
we got the 4s, and I was
playing it
on that.
PS3 still.
Yeah,
Right?
you were.
Yeah.
You were playing on PS3, but that was the reason
Yeah.
I got the PS4 Pro because I think my PS3 shot out on me.
Oh
So
no,
that's the
you
reason
got
I
a
had-
4. We both got
Zelda-
4s because it was just
Zelda
me and you
4 is just-
playing.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. But like I'm saying, I never bought a console specifically for a game. You know, like, and that was the first time I bought a console specifically for a
I
fucking
I
own
game.
remember
two.
this. I remember this.
Yeah,
I own
because we
two
was up there
Destiny
every fucking night, man.
PlayStations. I own two
Oh,
Destiny
yes, you did.
PlayStations.
Yes, you did own two Destiny
Yeah.
PlayStation. That's true. And then
Yeah.
I remember when
right
we
here.
all watched.
They're still
I
right here.
remember when we watched the trailer for fucking Destiny. I was like, I said it that day. I was like, I'm gonna get a fucking PlayStation just because this fucking trailer looks badass, man. Like,
Oh yeah,
this
the
shit,
live
it's
the
like-
live action trailer for
Yeah.
Destiny 1 is still like one
Oh,
of the best.
that shit
What's
was
cool about it? What's cool about it? When you watched it, you didn't know anything about it though. Just
no,
the fact
you didn't.
cool, right? But now that you know about the story, and if you go back and watch it, and now you understand what they're talking about, you're just like, damn, this is dope.
Yeah.
Because there's a part on there, they're on their sparrows, and they're like, Venus! And you're just like, okay, Venus, yeah,
Like,
whatever.
what the fuck are they talking about? You know?
And they're like, they're shooting the Vex, and it's just like, fuck, this fucking trailer is so dope now.
No, I don't
Knowing
know
all
if it's
the stuff.
nostalgia, but the Vault only. I don't know if it's nostalgia because like all of us were on there all at the same time, but nothing to me beats Destiny Vault of Glass, just because I know all of us were always on there, and we would gather up the same time every night and be like, all right, everybody, we going to do this raid.
Maybe
you know,
one
we
day
gonna
we'll
get
play
that
Volta Glass
gear.
in this new one with you.
Yeah.
Oh, you could do Vault of Glass and new
Yeah,
one?
we got Vault of Glass.
Do
Yeah.
the timeline.
There's a new.
No, even we should have them do the new raid too because it's pretty good. Like difficulty
The only-
wise,
the-
it's not too crazy.
So the only problem I have about the raids is like how long does that shit take? Like that's the problem. Like before, I'd have
It
like
depends on
hella
how fast
time
you learn.
to be able to do this shit, and then now it's like, damn, I can't be on this shit for 2 hours doing this. Like you see what I'm saying? Like it's not like back then. You know what I mean?
No, back then we spent
the
4 hours up in that bitch.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like back then. Like I got the baby on my shoulder, she's sleeping. You know, like yeah, that's cool, man. I could play through this shit. You know, she's sleeping already. It's all good. Now it's like, well, you know,
That's why you be
I
like,
can't stay on here no more.
art clap, art clap. That's why you just need you got your That's why you get your PlayStation Portal.
Oh, dude, man, sorry, I don't mean to segue, but
Go ahead.
Jeremy
you
brought it
talk about
up.
The portal. I'm gonna go get a drink.
Dude,
real quick,
man,
all right?
that
Yeah,
portal though, man.
Go ahead. What are your thoughts on the portal?
That portal kind of catch my attention because
Why?
yeah, there's the portal, and then there's the what the fuck is that called? The backbone.
But the back.
But
Okay.
for $100 more, I get a dedicated system. But then how
Hold on.
how good is the connection remote play than it is than my phone? Or
Okay,
then
here's the
say
thing. Here's
your
the difference
Steam
between
Deck,
the two things.
you know,
okay. So,
Okay,
well, my
alright.
Steam Deck's a freaking full-on PC. If you think about it, it's a laptop in a smaller form.
okay.
Okay. So
So
when you think about a phone, especially when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to signal and stuff like that, you got other processes that are running in the background when it comes to
Yes.
a phone. Okay, so when you have a dedicated cloud device like the portal,
yeah,
its only function is to download and
run
downstream
that shit, and that's it.
and then process
It's the
whatever's going
middleman.
on the screen. So
Yeah,
you don't have
So
all
am I
that
just
other stuff
paying
like
for
the phone and all
fancy
that
portable
stuff.
screen. But why not make that shit 4K? Is it because they're gonna come out with a
You
PS
make any
Portal
okay,
Pro?
so here's the thing with
Just
upgrading your
curious.
screens is that it eats up more battery, man.
Okay, all right.
When you're
All right.
thinking
So
about
they
a
say it
portable
lasts as long
device,
as a controller.
batteries are important, and that's why like the Steam Deck stuck with a what is it? It's a weird ratio. It's
Is it a 9-volt battery?
no. It's what the hell is it? 1280 by 800 or
Shit got
something
fucking
like
D
that?
batteries, that bitch.
1920 by well,
What
I think 1200 by 800.
He stay plugged in.
Let's
Is that-
see. Steam Deck screen resolution?
What was the nits?
Yeah, 1280 by
nits?
800 is the
1280 by
the resolution.
so it's-
Okay, you
okay,
bump
alright.
that up to 4K, and then you're
fucked.
doing 60 frames per second. You're gonna eat up that
You
battery real
fucked.
fast.
You're done in 30 minutes.
Not only the battery, but your downstream too is going to be higher.
Oh, is it really? Oh, because the graphics being yes,
Well, no, you're
reloading.
streaming if you want to stream 4K, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand.
Yeah,
It's kind of
so-
like with movies. It's kind of like movies, same concept. Like, you downloading more information.
It's a downstream, and that's basically it.
Yes.
So
Well,
How much is that?
the
for?
internet gotta get good. 200, which is not bad.
200,
it's not bad.
considering a DualSense costs you what, $70?
That's well, and then the backbone's $100. So if you're
Well,
comparing
it's well.
backbone-
Hold on,
What
hold
game
on.
is Backbone?
The backbone
Who
for
needs
Hey.
a shit backbone?
Because you put that bitch behind the
on the back of the
your-
phone.
Yeah, so backbone.
Oh, the back of the phone
Bones-
becomes the back.
Yeah, man, it bones the phone, man. That's why.
My neck, my
That's-
back.
that's how it
Okay, I
connects.
got it.
My neck,
Got it.
my back,
My
my
neck, my back.
station.
Where's
So
that
the thing
song
with
at? Where's that song?
backbone though is that you can play whatever you
goodies.
want on your
My
iPhone,
goodies.
because the iPhone's got a better chip than than the Nintendo. The Switch,
Ooh.
the Switch is weaker than the iPhone.
Hey, mark the calendar. He made a compliment towards Apple. Mark
I
the
didn't. No,
calendar.
that's not a
Hey,
compliment.
mark the
That is
calendar.
a
Mark the
comparison of
calendar.
power.
The date today.
That is pure power of the phone versus
Power,
a.
insane. iPhone
The
got power.
Nintendo Switch is basically a 2017 fucking cell phone. You know what I mean?
Hey, look, all I heard was you made a compliment towards Apple, and I will mark this day as a holiday on the calendar that Jeremy has accepted that the Apple.
Make sure you greet the right person on this holiday, though.
Touche. Touche.
Oh, he's gonna be like, hey, on this day, Jeff Gates said this. He's
Touche.
like,
You are correct, sir.
yeah. Oh man.
All right, no, but that screen does look nice though. It looks clean. It looks pretty fucking clean, and like you said,
It's not OLED.
outside.
What
of
is the screen on the iPhone?
Oh, it's not OLED.
I'm done.
Oh.
So you got AMOLED screens
I
on
didn't
some
know
of these
that.
Samsungs.
What is it?
You
then?
got a Retina
What is it?
display on the iPhone, right? I don't know what
Yeah,
it
and
is.
iPad.
Okay.
It should be
I'm talking
OLED.
about phones
I
or
would- I
like
would-
the smaller.
But I would assume that
I'm not putting a
that
fucking
play-
backbone
yeah.
on an iPad.
that should be awesome. Fucking backbone on an iPad. That was a big ass bitch right there. On a Pro, fuck man, I use that shit over the PS Portal for sure. I don't even know if that could go on the back of an iPad.
Why not?
Shit, I'm gonna
Not
look
long
that
enough?
up.
Is it because it's not long enough?
That shit might be too heavy for the fucking iPad. I mean, that too. That's because the iPad is how much bigger than the iPhone, and it'd be a lot heavier, so it wouldn't be as convenient. But I heard the connectivity
Mm-hmm.
is. I mean, if it's Wi-Fi 6, that should be plenty fast enough for the remote play to be on point.
I mean, just 5 is just fine. All my portable. I remote play or test remote play like a lot, and I
Yeah, I
think
know. So
that the PlayStation's remote play is freaking fantastic. And I was doing remote play with the PS4 and the Vita, and it was pretty clean for me. I was even in the hotel rooms when I was traveling, freaking playing Destiny with you guys on fucking remote play. So
why didn't they make this thing? I thought, see, what this? I thought it was gonna be like an upgraded Vita.
No.
I didn't know it was just dedicated remote play and that's it.
no, it's just dedicated.
But then
remote
again,
play.
I heard the price point. I was like, well, $199 ain't bad, considering a backbone's $100.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to sidetrack from the showcase. But yeah,
No, I mean we're talking
back
about
to you, Jeff.
Destiny and it's a Bungie, right? Bungie
Yes.
product, and Sony owns Bungie. And we're gonna talk about PlayStation, so it's just how it goes. So speaking of, connectivity, right? We used to cheese Crota's end with the freaking unplug the damn thing, turn off your connection, freezes the damn stage. If you didn't know, Johnny, Crota's end is coming back.
Really? So like,
World first race on Friday.
I just come back like it was back in the day.
Yeah. Did you
Wow.
did
Oh,
Crota's end, right?
Yeah, I did Crota.
Okay.
I did Crota.
Rockets.
Yeah, everybody shoot rockets at the same time, blah blah. Yeah, I remember those. I don't even know the last raid I played.
You
I'm not
played
sure,
the Siva one, the Wrath of Machine.
I'm not sure, man. My memory is not that great, man.
You
So
guarantee you play Wrath of the Machine.
I'm pretty sure you
Nah.
played Wrath of the Machine. If I booted up my PlayStation,
I know
right now.
that for a fact already. I know for a fact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jeff
Because
would
I
know
used-
better.
Because I used to yell at you for not doing shit.
Dude, that's why my shit is called #carry me. Mine's #guide me. You like what's going on? Hold on, I'm taking a piss. Let me
Yeah.
know.
I mean, it
when
was
shit's
it was
going
one it was one of those things where it's like you had to pay attention wherever he was gonna teleport, right? Remember the spider guy? He'd
Oh,
teleport
yeah,
somewhere.
that's
Remember
right,
that?
that's right,
You had to
that's
jump
right.
on top of his
Shoot
back
that
and do
shit.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I played that much. 'Cause
See,
I was
you
like,
remember? So yeah, you
No.
definitely did.
But
yes.
because I think I was like, nah, I'm not gonna play this raid no more because I don't want to fuck you guys up.
I mean, the
I'm
next
pretty
raid after
sure
that
your
is-
name's in the clear. Like when we cleared it, your name is there.
Yeah, you,
that's
yeah,
because
no,
I
you
got
cleared it.
carried. That's because I got
Yeah, but
carried.
you
That's
still,
the only
you
reason.
still completed
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So
It records the first time you cleared the raid, right? And I'm pretty sure your name is on that raid with us. The first time I
could
cleared
pull
it,
that.
at least.
Let me see. I could pull that up on Bungie, right? It'll tell me what I cleared.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let me see. While I'm looking at
Yeah,
it.
while he's pulling
You
that
may-
up, let's
may continue
let's
with the
talk the final
showcase.
shape. Let's talk about what happened with this whole final shape thing. So we're getting the 3 new supers for the original
supers?
subclasses.
What the fuck?
yeah,
So-
so they're gonna add one for every class to each of the existing light-based supers.
But only solar for the warlock, void for the
Yeah.
titan, and then arc
Oh, just one
for
of each
the-
kind for each person.
Just only
for the
one.
That means-
hunter.
Yeah.
So that means the raid, everybody, you need one of each for the raid, basically.
Maybe.
It's what I'm hearing.
Maybe.
That's if it's like that, that means you need one of each for the raid.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I'm
That's-
surprised
that's-
there's
that's-
not 3 darkness powers, so that it would be like literally one of each for the raid.
Yeah.
You know?
They were thinking it was gonna come, but who knows? Maybe it's still a secret. Maybe they didn't let the cat out of the bag yet.
Water. It's gonna be water. Like Tsar. Like or is it or it's taken.
Could be taken.
Make the 3rd
be
darkness
Shiva.
power taken, right? Taken. Yeah, you know, I'd like them to dive deeper into the Siva stuff. That'd be awesome.
I think a lot of people are interested in seeing it. They haven't really touched on it anymore. They do a lot of like ornaments and stuff with it. It's still around. It's just not talked about really.
Yep.
Or used.
So Johnny, if you didn't know, solar for the warlock, it's more of the grenade freaking snap the finger stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's what I got out of
Mustang.
it.
Snap the finger.
Mustang style.
Yeah, the Roy Mustang, Full Metal Alchemist, Flame Alchemist,
Oh,
snap.
Full Metal.
You know what I'm talking about? He
Interesting.
snaps
Yeah,
his fingers
I
and then
love
the
Full
spark comes
Metal.
out. Okay.
Yes.
Void
okay.
is the Void Axe for the Titan, and he
Oh,
can
right,
throw
yeah.
3 of them, and then the party members can pick up the axes too and use them. So even if they're not Void, they can use the Void.
They can
powers
use
of
it and
the
it'll
axe.
become void.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that
kind of
one's pretty
cool.
that
That
one.
is
Yeah,
pretty
that one
cool.
sounds really good. And then the arc one, you watch Naruto, Johnny?
Nah, I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm one of the few that's not in the Naruto.
So
fan.
they basically made the Hunter
All
the
I
fourth
know is
Hokage.
Jitsu.
They did the fourth Hokage stuff where he throws the blade out and then he teleports to where the blade lands. Doesn't attack. Throw the blade again. Teleports to where the blade lands. You know, ping ponging back and forth over the map. So, unless there's more to that one, I didn't.
No, that was it.
That was it.
pretty much
Okay.
it. Yeah.
All right, I logged in. Where the hell do I?
For your raid stats, where would he go for that?
Season progress? No, it's not season progress.
Oh, where it shows his from inside
raid
of the
clears
game.
Yeah, like his raid
Yeah.
clear.
on Bungie.
Oh my god, I know it's.
It'd be a third
Wait,
party
you're-
app, right?
You're logged into your game right now on PlayStation,
I'm
or you're
I'm,
just looking
I'm
online?
logged into Bungie. I'm looking online.
Oh,
Doesn't show it on.
I feel like it's actually shown in game.
Yeah, it might
Oh,
be.
it's only in game. Okay.
Like when
Like
you go when you
the-
get
That motherfucker's gonna
to
have
the
to
login screen.
when you
update.
get to the the character select screen, there's like a thing you can click,
Mm.
and then it'll show you all of your completed progress from D1.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, then I don't think I'll. Yeah, there's a lot of updating that's gonna have to happen
Okay,
for me to get that shit.
that's okay.
So along
That's
with
when I end up
the
falling asleep, man.
new supers for the 3 subclasses, the enemies getting stasis and strand specific mini bosses or champs or
Yeah.
whatever.
It's like the tormentor they introduced in Lightfall, right?
That big.
So it's another one of those guys like roaming around, fucking around with you.
Did you
They're
beat?
modeled after the raid boss from Witch Queen, the Rolk style.
Oh,
looking guy,
yeah,
the
it
skinny
is.
guy.
It is in the.
They're styled like that, yeah. Because they're
Yeah.
supposed to be disciple
Oh.
style of the witness, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you play the Beyond Light? No, Beyond Light. Lightfall. Johnny, did you play it?
I played some. I think I played Lightfall. I believe I did.
So you got
I
the
believe I
Spider-Man
played some
powers, the
Lightfall.
freaking grapple.
Yes, I got that one.
You did. Okay.
Yeah, I got that Spider-Man shit.
Cool. Cool. I just wanted to get a frame of reference of where you're at in the game. So
It says the last time I logged on and played was March 12th.
that was a while
It
ago.
was a long time.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Hell, that was almost half a year ago.
I know, man. Shit, I was trying to play it. Fuck, man. Like I said, every time I try to turn it on, I fall asleep because they always either PlayStation got to update or the game got to update.
You now have auto
I'll close
updates on
my
there?
I do have it on. I don't know why the fuck it don't update.
Do you have space?
I have space. I have space on there. And this is why I see the remote play is something for me because sometimes I just don't want to, like I said, I don't like being confined, sitting in a specific spot to play. Shit. Sometimes I want to sit
But
on
you
my
want to
couch,
build a PC.
play in the corner. Well, you know,
He
that's
just wants to
different
tinker.
story. That's,
He wants to tinker.
thank you. Modify is the correct
He just
word,
wants to
but yes.
build the PC. He's not
Not really gonna
use
play
He's
it.
gonna
He's
build
just
it.
gonna put it
Yes.
together.
It's just to
Yeah,
fucking
he's gonna
build the
put it together.
motherfucker.
Yeah,
Put it together, and this shit is awesome.
yeah. He's gonna
Bam.
look at it like, cool.
Yeah.
And then
That
put it
shit
in the
could run
closet.
some good shit right there. That shit could run some good
And
shit
no,
right
no,
there.
he's gonna put it together. And he's like, all right, looks good. And then he's gonna take the board out. He's gonna take everything
That's
out and then
right.
turn it into a fish tank.
Hey,
There
hey,
you go. There you go.
man, if I'm out my fish tank, could buy me some fucking suspension.
He's taking that liquid cooling to another level, brother, with that shit. He like, motherfuckers putting liquid in the pipes? Motherfucker, I put
Nah,
liquid in the case.
Almost. Shit runs water.
Man.
Oh man. You ain't lying though, man. Them fish tanks could build me a couple computers, man.
Mm-hmm.
Could build me a couple computers, give me some rims, give me some suspension. Ah, man. Anyways,
Yep.
I'm trying to look at these seasons
What
where
do
the
you
fuck
think
I'm
of
at.
this whole episodes thing that they're doing instead of seasons? Looks like they're 18 weeks long.
Ah.
Oh,
So
I,
no, it's episodes.
until I experience it, I'm not gonna know. I mean, we're basically going back to what it was when they started D2. We had three.
three
It was
expansions, right?
little deals, right? Yeah, it was. It was.
Maybe if we go back far enough, they go back to D1.
Yeah, it was. It was gonna be Black Armory, right? Black Armory came out first.
Okay.
And then it was supposed to be something with the Drifter, which that is when they switched it up and changed it, and then they started calling it Season of, and it started with Season of the Drifter. But
What-
originally, it was meant to just be an actual like expansion, just like Black Armory. And then the next one that was supposed to come after that was the Opulence one, right? They call it Season of Opulence,
Yeah.
but it was just supposed to be something, some kind of expansion like that, or whatever, season thing, episode thing. But okay, it's not exactly like that from what I can tell. And then there's this weird thing about like you could jump in and do, you know, you don't have to play them consecutively for it to make sense
Oh
or
yeah,
something like
that's
that
right.
to be
That's
relevant.
right.
So like if Johnny doesn't play the first episode
Oh,
and
you're
he
talking about
comes in and
attention.
plays the second episode, he will not have
Mhm.
necessarily missed out on anything because he could just play episode 2 and then go back and play episode 1 and won't have any real
Yeah.
ramifications. So I don't really understand that part yet. But this idea of spending
forgot about that.
longer periods of time,
Hmm.
I think what it does is it allows you to play. Because with the season thing, they're trying to do the FOMO thing, right? Oh, I got to play for fucking 6 weeks and then that's it. Then it's done. And then I lose out on whatever. So I have to play.
Yeah.
So it's adding to the more like casualness of it all, right?
Yes,
Oh,
thank you.
you don't feel rushed to get things done in 6 weeks. We're gonna
No,
give you
man.
this length of time for like these bigger things, so you don't feel as rushed. But
Yes.
it's like 3 layers. It's like 3 layers. There's the big long thing that is going to allow more casual players to get stuff done over a longer course of time, and then underneath that, it's like there's another little like bits of things that they're just going to like introduce. Oh, maybe we introduce a hand cannon here, and then the next few bits we'll do a sniper rifle, and then the next thing or whatever. Like those are the other little things that they're going to start to introduce throughout the episode or whatever. But yeah, I think there's going to be like some kind of theme to the episode, story-wise, lore-wise, or whatever. But it has to somehow be agnostic of a particular timeline, I guess.
So from what you're saying is there's a casual play level, there's the hardcore play level, and there's an in between.
Yeah, well,
Or no?
yeah, no,
well-
there is. I think the game has
No,
always
'cause, like-
had it. The game has always
Well,
had it.
I don't
Yeah,
know
no,
if
the
it's
game
always
has always had it.
Because the reasons like I feel like I don't go on as much is because like I feel like, well, if I don't complete it in this time, well, fuck, I missed out then. Like I won't be able to get what needs to be got.
It's
You
just
see
that
what I'm saying?
they divided it differently. So you just said 3 different things. You said the
Yeah.
hardcore, the mid grade, and the casual. Okay.
Which is me.
So you want to play raids, but you can't because
I don't
that's
have all the shit.
hardcore.
Yes.
No, but it's classified it now as hardcore. That was the hardcore part of Destiny. It's just you could not
Yes.
participate. You just couldn't
Yep.
participate, but it was there. It was there. You just couldn't participate because it wasn't casual enough, right?
Yes.
Because you needed a fire team.
Exactly.
Now they're just changing the dynamic of your ability to access hardcore content, which now makes it feel
Okay.
more casual because of the matchmaking, maybe. But it's always been there. It's just your
Okay.
accessibility, is what I'm saying. It's there. It's just
Okay,
you
okay,
couldn't
okay.
access it. Now they're changing the accessibility level of these things. which they've been preaching about ever since D2. Fucking matchmaking for raids was like beta for the longest time. It's in beta now today.
been
Like,
beta-
it's fucking ridiculous.
So it's
After
still
5
beta.
years. 5 years.
Okay, so then it ain't really reality. There's no casual rating then.
But like I said,
Unless you
starting
go-
next,
Unless you
next season.
oh, it's
starting
starting next season.
Starting next season.
Well, there was casual rating. It's just you have to go third party. You have to go to another app and be like,
No.
hey,
No, you
is there-
went to the Destiny app. There's a fucking
Yeah.
fire team finder in the Destiny app, but you
you
have
have
to use the
go
app.
to the app.
You
Yeah,
do it in the
you have
game.
to go to the app, and it's not in the game.
Yeah,
And you'd be like, hey, anybody want to play? Blah
Yeah.
blah. Anybody want to raid? Are you at this part?
Yep.
Well, no.
for
But
sure.
now next one, it's gonna be in the actual game.
Sure.
I'm hashtag carry me.
Well, here's the thing,
Yeah.
Johnny. You feel bad about missing out on like doing raids. There are
Yeah.
some raids that I haven't completed. Like I have not even completed the Witch Queen raid. I have not even completed it. I
Damn, man.
play it every day.
I'll-
I still haven't
I'll-
completed
yeah.
it. That is
Yeah.
one raid I've not completed yet. Is the Rolf one. I've never even set foot in that raid.
Okay,
like,
okay.
Literally. No, I did. I set foot in the entrance just to see what it was like. And it's actually part of like a story mission, like regular thing that you can experience, which is the entry point to the raid. But past that, I have not even attempted it.
Okay.
Just because everybody at that point is like, know what to do, 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 right? You would have, you know.
Well, see, and that's the problem too. It's like, well, you said they fixed that with the other one because they'll have it where it's different levels. Like, hey, I'm chill. Hey, I'm hardcore.
I mean, Lightfall.
hey, know what the
If
fuck you're
Lightfall is
doing.
any indication of them going even more casual, it's with that raid that they released. I mean,
Well-
it was pretty like friendly
Well,
to
the
newcomers.
reason I say casual is because like I said earlier, it's kind of hard to be like, look, I can't dedicate an hour to fucking trying to do this raid. I can't dedicate 2 hours playing. I can come through maybe 30 minutes.
And I don't think it'll ever
Yeah.
get that way. I don't think
But
any game that has a raid will never only require 30 minutes of your time.
Yeah, it wouldn't be classified as a raid anymore because there's just certain like things
Oh,
that
okay.
make it like you're basically saying you want a strike mission.
Like, can
to
I
be classified as a raid.
solo?
Those are like
Like,
different.
can they give like, this is what I mean. Like, say you can't dedicate that time, right? So can they give a solo version of the raid for
No.
people that cannot dedicate that amount of time?
That,
But
by
then it won't be the
definition, that's
same-
not a raid anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That is the
It's-
idea
it'd just be a
behind a
strike.
raid, whether it be in World of Warcraft or Destiny or the Division. A raid is a team mode that should be accomplished as a team, and they put mechanics
now-
in there.
You need communications, the mechanics,
in the raid,
that's what
there's
makes
save
it
points,
robust,
right?
Like that's what makes it like this experience, right? What you're talking about is something more like just a mission. It's just a mission. You can't do a mission and get like end game rewards.
No, you can't get in. But like, okay,
Which should
yeah.
be left to
Can
the
they have it
hardcore
where-
anyways, because if you're hardcore, you're going to go and do the raid.
you're going in the
You're
raid.
gonna go do those things.
You're gonna go do the raid. So
Yeah.
is there
I think
casual?
that's just the
Well,
philosophy of those kinds of things.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
It's just like Trials of Osiris. You're not
Yeah.
going to get the best PvP guns
No.
just doing regular ass Crucible. You need to go into the ranked system.
Yeah, you have to earn it.
Now okay. Now, what would be the definition of say a casual raid? You say that would be a strike mission.
Casual raid, no such thing.
But no. I'm trying to talk for the people that are say in my predicament.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it's a strike, right? It's like okay,
It would be
you
a
have-
strike.
you-
It'd just
you
be a straight up
progress-
strike.
Well, yeah, you're progressing, and then you have boss, maybe
Mhm.
maybe potentially a mid boss, and then a final boss, maybe. But strikes, it's usually just the one boss at the end.
Yeah.
You're progressing through all the smaller ranks, right? Maybe there's some
Yeah.
mechanical things in there to progress forward. Most of the time in this game, it's just shooting stuff. But there are some kind of mechanics where maybe the mid boss guy kind of puts some kind of thing down that shields him, and you got to do something else to take off the shield. So there's some mechanics there,
I'll
right?
figure out.
Then
Yeah,
you get to
yeah.
the end,
That way
you
remove
got
the
some
shield,
more
yes,
mechanics for
yeah.
the last boss itself, and then you get loot. You do get loot at the
Yeah.
end. That's why I'm saying that is
Obviously,
like a very
it's
small
not the
scale
same.
version.
And obviously, it won't be the same loot as if you were to go to a raid.
It is
I
not.
completely get that. I completely understand that. It's just how I put it. Obviously, you're always gonna have this dedicated hardcore part, but
Yes.
sometimes when I used to be at that hardcore part, I can't be at that hardcore part anymore.
But
But I
then
wanna
that
play
just
the
just
game.
just
You
that's
know,
just how it is. You just can't,
It's just
because
like,
it takes
so
away
that's
the chase
why
for the
I
people
log
that actually
on,
dedicate more
and I
time
just
to
log
it.
on to just like see what's going on. That's about it.
Well, I guess
You
the
see us-
question is what do you think you're missing out on by not participating in the raid?
The investment needs to equal the reward. So
Let's
if you're
start
not
there.
investing that much
Yes,
time into
I
it,
I
Fair.
do
What-
I
what
do
do you
agree
mean?
with
What do you
that.
think you're missing? What do you think you're missing by not being able to participate? What are you feeling left out on? Let's see
It's-
what it is.
I just would love to see, I guess, a solo version of it, but then obviously not the same reward, a way lower reward, but just to
So
see
you-
what the hell is
you
in
wanna
that
You
area
want to experience
at
the
a-
environments.
Or the
You wanna
environment
story?
The environments.
through a
You,
solo.
you want you want to
Remember
get a
when you guys
taste of
used-
what the gear looks
Yes,
like and the
exactly.
weapons and stuff. You want to see that? Okay, I see.
Okay, so remember when you got in Destiny 1, I was able to solo Nightfalls. The hard Nightfalls. I know
By
you guys used
cheesing.
to see me on
by
there.
cheesing,
No. The thing is,
we cheese that
you
shit.
You still have to find ways to do it. It wasn't always
Which,
easy to find a
which, if
spot
you
for
think
to
about it,
hide at.
if you're gonna solo Nightfall, that's pretty hardcore. That ain't a casual player.
Exactly.
But that ain't a
see,
casual player.
I would love to see a part for that for raid. Like, I'm down to fucking try and solo a fucking raid if there was a way to do
Well,
it.
there's people out
But-
there that have done it.
But that's
But then the thing
hardcore.
is, it's still
That's
at
not,
a
by
hardcore
definition, that's not
level.
hardcore
It's-
anymore.
it's
Or
just
that's not
not-
casual
it's-
anymore.
It's not casual anymore.
That's not a
it's like
casual
kind of
playstyle
It's
anymore.
kind of a mix.
It's not even a mix.
But-
You're fucking more hardcore than the people that six-man the raid.
Okay. I'm kind of confused right now.
You,
But-
you want to do raid
but you
content
guys
by
do-
yourself. That's what you want to do.
Yes, I would love to do raid content by myself, but at the bad guys spawn where it's only you solo, not spawn as if there was a raid team.
You want it
see
to
if-
scale. You want it to
yes,
scale.
scale to the level of how many players are in the actual raid itself.
Yeah.
So, because yes, I was one of those players that would try to solo Nightfalls, and I have completed a lot of Nightfalls in Destiny 1 because you guys have caught me fucking online, fucking just trying to soloing a Nightfall, and that's just, well, shit, there ain't nobody online, so that's how the fuck I'm gonna do it, you know? So, I'm
Well,
just
the
saying.
closest you can come to experiencing the raid is going to be watching somebody play it on YouTube.
But again,
I'm good off
okay.
that.
So let's say the scale is still there, but it's easier, okay, for you to just solo it by yourself. They take away whatever team mechanics are necessary. You're still gonna spend an hour and a half in there. It's not.
Now, see what I would like, but probably would never happen. Because the thing is that when I was used to Halo, I know this is Destiny, but when I played Halo, when I reached a certain point, there was a save point. I'll be like, fuck, I'll come back to this shit later, and I'll be able to log back in and get to the same point and continue on without spending a continuous amount of time on it.
You can get a checkpoint.
So,
you can get a checkpoint in a raid.
so you
So you
can
just
get
want a
checkpoint.
single player RPG.
Yeah, you can. If
But
you can
no, but
clear
like-
the first encounter, if you can clear the first encounter, and you leave and you come back before
It
weekly
will be
reset,
at that same point.
you will pick up. You'll pick up on the second
Okay.
encounter. It's been
And
like
no,
that since D1. That has
I don't
not
want it
changed.
to be a single player RPG. I just would like it to where if there is people online, cool, I'll go do that with them. But if there isn't, then I'd like to go and try and see how far I can get on my own.
Yeah, it's not going to scale.
You
The
know,
closest thing they have
No.
to anything that's scaling right now is the legendary campaign.
which is the scaling one.
Legendary campaign is scaled.
Okay.
go
And
by
for the
yourself,
most
you
part,
go
you're
with
not
two,
going to
or
be
you
able
go
to
with
figure
three.
out the encounters anyways, and you're going to hop on YouTube. You're going to waste your time, right? You're going to spend more time because you got to look at what the encounter entails. You got to look at the whatever you have to do, the method of attack to go and take that out,
But
which
then
then is not casual anymore.
Jeff said a perfect thing though, scale. Because if it scales to if you're running in there solo, it won't be the same as if you're running
Yeah,
in
but
there
you
with a
still got to
team.
go and figure out the puzzle. You still got to figure out the
Oh, no,
strat. When
understood.
do I have to attack this guy?
Understood.
And then you fall back to Google and YouTube, and then it's not a casual thing anymore. You know what I'm saying?
So
It's
then
not
I guess
it's
it's
not a
above
drop in and
casual.
drop out thing where you just fucking beat the shit out of them because you're Batman, and I'm just
I
using
ain't
that as
playing
like Spider-Man or
Super
whatever.
Mario.
You can just keep on mashing the button and you'll win, or shoot. He's a meat shield. He's gonna go down eventually.
No.
No, you have to
That's
know the
not that, okay.
mechanics.
So that's below casual then. Well, no. Then I guess I'm a little bit above casual.
And,
Alright.
and then I would question what is your loot after you do complete that. You're not going to get. I wouldn't expect you to get anything that
It
we
would
would
not be
get.
comparable. It would not be comparable to if
Would it
you
even
come through
look
with
the
a full-on
same?
fire team.
Would
No,
it even be?
it should not.
Would it
It
look
should
like
not
great
look the
armor?
same. It should not look
Maybe,
the same.
I don't know.
It
I
should
mean,
not
if
look the
Destiny
same.
built it that way, maybe you do get like raid looking gear. It just wouldn't be as elaborate as the people
No.
that played the regular
Yes.
version. Let's say,
Basically,
for
like,
instance, more flashy.
The people that play the regular should get the shit. They should get the top-notch shit.
right.
If you didn't play the regular, you should get
Right.
shit below it. Like,
some kind of
Yeah, no.
bottom version of it.
yeah. But just to
If they were to
experience
do
it,
that.
that'd be cool.
If they were to do it, I'm saying.
If they were to do that, I
Yeah,
would not
if they were to do
expect
the
to
scaling.
get. I would not expect to get the fucking top-notch shit. That's just asking for too much. That's
Right.
nonsense. That's
So you
complete
want
nonsense.
you want access to everything in the game, but you don't necessarily you don't necessarily expect it to be at the same tier as others.
Because
even the loot
like you
should be
said,
scaled. is what you're
exactly,
saying.
the loot
Yeah.
should be scaled down as well. Because
Yeah.
it's not fair if you're not facing the same amount of shit as a fire
You
team
just
would.
you just want to be able to show that yes, I was still able to participate just like you. It's just at a smaller scale.
Exactly.
Yep.
Because it's not
Okay.
fair. It's not fair to the people that went
It's
through
not,
and did
it's
it
not fair
hardcore.
to you that part of the game you don't have access to. Period.
Period.
At all.
It's like because you can't go into this.
Yeah.
I mean, technically you can, if you glitch through or whatever. Some of them you can glitch through,
They
but
might change.
you
They
can't.
might be they might be changing that here in this next expansion.
I'm just.
They're trying to make it easier because look at what they've done in the last two
I
seasons.
don't
They
want
have
it
not
easier. I
raised-
just want it scaled. I just want to scale according to how many players are in there. You cannot give the same amount of bad guys to a person going in solo to a person going in with.
It's
fire
more than just the bad guys, though, man. It's the mechanics of the
And then,
game, like the
the
bosses,
mechanic-
and
No.
learning something new. They just can't give you the same encounters over and over, and it's just easier because there's some things that you
There's
have
more
to.
bad guys.
There's
more
teamwork
bad guys
involved.
when you have. There's more bad guys when you have.
Take away the
more
bad
of your
guys.
fire
If there's a portal mechanic, like okay, team, these three need to go in the portal. Team B has to stay out here. You can't do
Yeah,
that with a
okay,
single
that's-
person. You miss out on that
Glass.
entire experience,
The Vault of Glass.
So then,
like Vault of
Yeah.
Glass.
yeah. So both the glass, like where one person's on one side, one person on the other side. So I guess there'd be two versions of that. But then that would be more involved.
But then
in
that's
that.
not even that version.
That
And
would be
it
not
just
even
ends
that.
up
That
being
wouldn't
just a
even be the
boss that you
original
just
raid
shoot at.
anymore.
It's just
Yeah,
a boss you shoot at.
So
That's why I said it's more like a strike. The strike is like the low version of.
like, see this.
Raid.
And even
see,
a strike, you get
I'm-
match made. You're forced to be match made with
So-
two other people.
You guys are the gamers that are up here. I'm the gamer that's like all the way below, like right here. Like I just want to enjoy the experience, but
Yeah,
I
but
don't-
you're taking
I-
away the experience if you can't put in those mechanics. There's no more experience. It's just a dummy that you just shoot at because
the
nobody's
sponge.
nobody's holding up the
Well,
shield for you to shoot through, right? Nobody's communicating with you to go, hey, you need to hit this oracle and then that oracle and then this oracle. There's none of that because you can't do that by yourself. There's no solving that puzzle. There's no team mechanic, and that's what raids
there's no
are, is
team
for
mechanic.
teams.
Well, then that's what raids are. But I'm saying, but what if you can't get that team mechanic and you want to go in their soul?
Then there is no
Maybe-
Like-
mechanics because all the
maybe-
mechanics are based around teams.
Maybe they'll do an AI version team, bro, that you can jump in with.
Hey,
And then
You
you just
know.
be getting as much frustrated. They used the
You
wrong
know.
subclass.
Or
I'm like, damn
you get
hey Siri.
you get to
You know-
switch.
Oh, you get to pick.
First you're playing the guy on the outside, and then the AI goes
Ah.
inside, and then Johnny's like, "Ooh, the AI went inside.
Hey, actually,
I
you
want
know
to be
what?
the guy that takes over the
No,
guy."
you know
on the
what
inside."
though?
Hit the button.
Actually,
Now you embody the one that went on the inside.
Je-
Then you carry
Je-
that through.
Jeff, you actually you have something going there. Cause say there's a 1 minute time lapse, right?
Don't worry, Johnny. I already patented it. Don't worry. I'm about to make some money right now, brother.
Hey,
About to make some
yeah,
money
right
off
there.
this idea
Yeah,
right
trademark right there, trademark. But no, what you said right there would be an alternative to that.
Well, there's
So
there's games that utilize that technology right now, right? Where you have,
That's
you have
okay.
a four-man
So right there,
team in your RPG, and those
Okay.
guys are doing things by themselves, and you know,
Exactly.
controlling-
Just
you're-
like
you're-
Final Fantasy.
yeah, you're applying. You're telling this guy, hey, you guy right there, you're gonna shoot fireballs for the rest of this, okay? And you guy over there, you're gonna slash your
Okay.
sword, okay? I'm gonna turn that on for
So
you right
then-
now. Now do it.
So that if that already exists, so technically,
But that's like in a beat 'em up thing.
but yeah, no, understood.
We're
But
talking
then,
about
say,
it's a little bit
to
more
a grander,
elaborate, but
to a more elaborate, grander scale,
yeah,
it still technically can be applied.
it could.
So I mean,
could.
you know, I'm sorry if I'm asking for too much, but I'm just
Well,
maybe not
guess-
too many people like
I
me.
guess
exist.
It's
what
not
I'm trying to
marketable.
tell you,
you know.
It's not profitable to do that.
I guess what I'm
That's-
trying to tell you is that they're at least trying to do things to make it more accessible going forward in this game. The one we're talking about. They're making it more
But
accessible.
then I guess there is more people like me that exist, because if they are trying to go to this point where they're trying to make it more accessible,
Well,
obviously
because
the
they're,
people
they're
that
trying
play,
they're trying to get newer customers that might not have been playing for the last 9 years.
But
to
they're-
start now.
or
You're gonna play with
don't
other
have the same
people
amount of
still, though.
times for.
They're
or
still
don't
they
have the
still
same
want you to
amount of
play with
times
other
for,
people. It's
so-
not like you're gonna do a raid by yourself. They'll never do that.
So
I
one
mean-
of the things that they started doing was they stopped the increase of level per season. Every season that came out, you always
Really?
had to earn 10 levels. The next season,
Yes.
earn 10 levels. The next season, earn 10 levels. And people were like, fuck. Every time a new season comes, I gotta start over. I was at the top, now I'm right at
And
the bottom. I
grind.
gotta work my way up the top. They got rid of that.
So now
For the
there's
last
no
two
more
seasons.
levels. So what is it now?
At least for
It's
the
just-
last
No,
two
there's
seasons,
there's
they
still
have not
levels.
required it.
But if
Oh,
you're at the
okay.
top already, you're not gonna move.
Yeah, they're not requiring any more additional levels, at least for now. They might just do away with it entirely to a certain extent. But what they're doing is certain activities don't necessarily require a certain level cap in order to gain entry. Before it used to be
Into
like that.
playing.
It
Yeah, 'cause
used
you have
to
to
be
be
like
another
that.
level to get into this part.
Now,
and then-
now some of the things you don't have to have the level to even just participate. Or they have different tiers, right? So if you want to do hardcore, we recommend that you be X level in order to even
But if
you
you're
know.
not, you can still go in there. Hey, if you,
you
could
can
fuck them
still
up
go
with
in there
at
you're just gonna
level
get
1, but
destroyed.
you want to go level
Yeah.
10, but hey, it's up to you.
But
Well,
they have
no,
different
I-
levels too.
Well, then, I mean,
And the rewards
you're
are
gonna
different,
get fucked
right?
up, but
You
hey,
only get one exotic engram for the lower one, and then on the higher one, maybe you get 4 exotic engrams. So it's like, oh, okay, yeah, if I want to be challenged, I actually get rewarded more.
okay.
And that's
Well,
that's the
That's the same
draw.
concept what
So
I was
that's
talking
the
about with
key,
the okay. Well, that's the same concept that I'm talking about with the raid.
yeah.
you wanna
it's
be
just-
challenged, you
it's-
get
it's
you
the
get rewarded more.
communication, it's the mechanics
You know, you just.
aspect of it that makes it complicated.
But
to
I
achieve.
understand what you're saying, Jeremy. Is that like, it's a raid. You need to do all this and that,
That
But
is the
like I said-
experience.
and that is the experience. I understand that. I completely get where you're coming from. It's just, what if there is those group of people that is unable to fulfill that kind of experience? They're just always left out from that.
So
What if
World
they
of
don't want to
Warcraft-
matchmake?
World of
So-
No,
Warcraft.
that's it.
So World of Warcraft in the early days, the raid was like 40 fucking people. Like, how are you even gonna get 40 people together at the same time to go do some shit
But
for
they
the
did.
next
Okay.
4 hours? But they managed to figure it out
And-
somehow
and-
because people
and the
just
way-
wanted to play the game.
Not everybody got loot. There's only
No, of course.
5 fucking pieces that come off this boss. There's 40 of us. Guess what? Only 5 people are gonna get some fucking loot on this boss. And it worked because people are chasing it. They want the chase.
They go
So
for
they
the
go
chase
after the chase and the
over
challenge
and
of
over
it.
again.
and
So
doing
they
over
finally
and
get
over
the loot.
again. But then when you actually accomplish it, you do not know how many times I've heard fucking screaming and cheering in the goddamn headset when we take down a boss for the first time. It's fucking like the most hype shit
Well,
ever in
But
celebration.
I will tell you this, Johnny. After I think it was 6 or 7 years in World of Warcraft's history, even the raids themselves did get modified and get scaled. So from a 40-man raid, it did go down. It got lessened to about 25. Now 25 became the new norm, but even that got lessened. It got down to 20, 15, I think even 10 was the smallest group that you could take into a World of Warcraft raid. And it did scale. It did scale the enemies to the amount of people and the difficulty, and the loot was also scaled. You got lower grade
It
loot.
should be. It should be lower because if the scale's gonna go down, the loot should go down.
Yeah.
The-
So
the-
World of Warcraft was able to accomplish
risk
it to a
equals the
certain
reward.
extent.
I mean-
However, it still was not solo. It was at least a minimum of 10, at least 10 or
No,
12. 12.
I get that. I get that. Hell, I don't even need a reward. Fuck, if I could just solo it, just solo it, cool. I don't honestly.
But
I'm
by
fine
that
with
time,
that.
you'd rather just go watch a YouTube video
Nah, I'm not the kind of person that's
because you're not really gonna get anything out of it.
Nah, see, the thing is, for me, it's just fun playing it. I'm not the kind
But
of
you're
person
not
who
even
watches
playing the
fucking
same
video.
experience. They crafted these so that you
No,
can
see, look,
experience it a certain way.
You're not hearing what I'm saying. I want to play it to play it. Just
I
because I
get
can't
that, but if
experience it at a full raid,
if those
it's just-
aspects of the boss get taken away, it's just a fucking dog that's getting shot at. That's it.
No. It's gonna be certain aspects to it, but not at the
They
same
can't.
scalability.
They can't. It's
as-
just like what Cyberpunk was saying. You can't go less because it's a team activity. It is a team activity.
But then, like he said, it's scalable.
Yeah, it
if
was
it's
scalable, but it's
scalable-
still a team activity. It ain't a fucking solo thing. It's a
But then
team.
if you scale it down,
You can
then,
scale it down
you know-
as much as you want. It's still not meant for a solo person to play.
I
You
feel
can
like it's
go
still
put one
possible.
fucking enemy out there, but if the mechanics warrant that you need a team, that's what makes it unique.
I understand that whole thing, the uniqueness, this and that, the team, the raid, all that and whatnot. It's just, what about the people that cannot get?
Who
to the
gives a
point
shit
where they
about
can
them? I'm just
be in a
saying.
raid
From a
and
business
whatnot?
aspect, if I was building a video game that was already designed to be multiplayer, the fucking cover has 3 people on it. It has 3 guardians. The whole thing was about fucking having 3 people, right? And then you got these 6-mans. Never has it been
See, you just said right there, it has 3 people, but it needs a 6-man.
for the raid. But the main content's still around 3 people. You do Trials of Osiris, 3 people. You go
It's 3
into a
people.
freaking strike, 3 people. Okay? There is no
But those are match made.
us 3 right here. It doesn't need to be match made. The
Now-
marketing's never been you're just fucking by yourself.
Is the raid match made?
No.
No, not right now.
Okay, see?
Well, it's in
That's what
beta.
I'm saying.
And see,
You're
and that's
just-
the problem.
you're just
Because you
saying-
play if
in the
you're gonna go
future
into the
now.
raid, you're gonna go and watch the fucking video on the strat, which is more hardcore than a solo player. Because you're not gonna learn the content by yourself.
Starting next season, Johnny. You can match make if
It's
you
match
want.
made.
You can.
Yeah. And I guarantee that experience is gonna not be that great. Because people are gonna expect you to at least watch the video to go and understand what the strategy is.
But then, from what Jeff said earlier, you'll have a thing, or you said earlier, something chill, serious, and whatnot.
They can see
could
you
newbie-
chill and serious, but they're still gonna expect that you know something.
But then, like, say someone says newbie, obviously that person will know what the fuck's going on.
Then you shouldn't be
'Cause
doing the
there's
raid.
There's gonna, hey, look.
If you're a newbie to
Hey,
fucking
man.
Destiny 2,
Look,
how about you
look,
start at the
I'm-
bottom first
I'm
and then come up?
I'm speaking for the people that, hey, they wanna try it out. You can't just be like,
The
hey,
first thing
man,
I would
nah,
say
man,
if I
you
was
can't do this
hosting
shit.
a fucking carry
But
you
that's
thing,
you though. You experience though. You at a different level.
it doesn't matter.
You and Jeff are at a different level. It does matter
It's
because
it's
you at a
just
different
common.
level.
It's courtesy to go to everybody else and respectful of their time. I'm gonna go watch the video first so that I don't go in here and waste everybody else's time because they got to
And
put up with my
and that's
inexperience in the
why, like you
raid.
said earlier, it'll say what kind of player the person is. If it straight up says newbie and the person
They
joined,
should still.
and be like, hey,
It's still courtesy
did
to
you
go and
do you know what's
actually
going
just
on?
look
If
at
you don't know
something.
what's going on, you need
Get
to
the
join the
fuck
next
out.
raid. Yeah, well, and that's why that person's gonna have a whatever the fuck it says. It's gonna say carry me, newbie, experience, whatever it is, it's gonna say. That way people in the other
it's
the
entirely
group
possible
will know what the
you
fuck's
get a
going on.
Sherpa that matches up with 5 newbies. It's entirely possible.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
can.
Like, what if that
Entirely
happens? Like it's
But again,
yeah,
coming from your aspect,
it's
you
the way
say
the
you
dice
only have
roll.
30 minutes. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get a whole lot done
Hey man,
in 30 minutes
is there
if you don't know what's
but
going
then
on.
see if you get to the game save area, then
You can't
good.
even beat the boss,
Then you
so
can
you
just
can't
succeed
save the
next
game.
time.
But let's say you can't beat the boss, you
But
didn't save anything.
if you get there, then you good for the next time. Then you just have to get back on there the next time.
If you beat it. If you beat
If
that
you
section,
beat
Get
it.
to that, if you
beat the
get
section.
to these certain parts at certain times, so be it.
We've spent fucking hours on the same boss. Hours.
And I know that.
Okay, and
So,
that's
like-
people that know what the fuck they're doing. So again, to what I was saying, out of courtesy for and being respectful of other people's times that you're playing with, at a fucking minimum, watch a video on it and figure out what your role would be
And
in
you
the fight.
would not let somebody that says newbie join your team. You would completely.
No, I would let them, and then I would say, "Have you watched the video?" No, okay,
and then
I
you
can't
would
carry
boot
you.
them off.
Yeah, I would
And then
fucking boot them off.
exactly, Then you would boot them off.
Exactly,
And
because they're
that's-
not
and
being
so be it.
respectful
And
to
that
me and my
person-
teammates' time.
And
Because
that
at the
person
fucking
would
minimum,
move on
just
to the
watch the
next one.
video.
And then that would be your team's thing going on, and then maybe they'll find their team that they belong to. You see what I'm saying?
They're gonna have a fucking hard time finding a team
Well,
if
you
they don't
know,
at least
they'll
at the
eventually-
minimum.
They'll
That's like
find their in.
that's like, hey guys, I want to play basketball, but I don't know how to. What? That's the ball. I've never thrown anything in
Hey.
my life, and then
Hey man,
just
that was me. You
volunteering
guys, that
to be
was
the
me. You let me
the
play.
anchor.
You
You know what I mean?
I told you you did Wrath of the Machine somehow.
Yeah. And we had
That was me,
patience to
man.
go and explain it to you. And I guarantee we didn't spend 30 minutes doing that. We spent a lot longer than that. So again, to the solo
I'm
play,
sure.
it's very difficult.
But you would be time gated at least for the week, Johnny. That would be just your other thing that you have to be conscious of, is if you were to complete the first encounter, got the checkpoint,
Yeah.
you still would have to get it done before the end of the week. Otherwise, you get reset off your checkpoint.
You
right?
get reset.
You couldn't
So,
carry that checkpoint
you
into
could-
like 3 weeks from now or something like that, right?
It just
Yeah.
it just reset regardless.
So that's
so
just
no matter
another
what, you have to
stipulation,
complete it
unfortunately,
for-
that you'd be under.
Okay.
At least for the way the game works.
Unless you stay up until like 2 in the morning or whatever when it resets and die in there. So
No.
you hold the checkpoint.
Man,
I remember that.
no,
And we need
wow.
that exotic chest checkpoint.
Who's gonna get the checkpoint? But yeah, no, just asking and inquiring the questions that may have entered other people's minds.
Well, you'll get
To
a shot at it next season, I guarantee it. Or if you want to come on and I'm playing, you can always come too.
Yeah. And your middle ground between the casual and the hardcore is your dungeon. You got your strike, you got your raid, and then the dungeon is in the middle. Have you tried a
Dungeon's
dungeon?
option. Yeah.
A dungeon you can
Okay.
solo. You can solo a dungeon.
Okay.
Like I don't
Dungeon
think
is
there's
right
any
in between
mechanics in there
strike
that
and
need
raid.
multiple people.
Okay. All right.
And that one
I
isn't
mean-
match made. There's no matchmaking there.
I'm not beholden to go raid. I'll raid if I can, but if I can't, then hey, it's not gonna hurt me. I'm just saying, if there's people that want to raid and they wanted to try and raid, maybe they were curious, like other questions I asked. Just saying.
Let's see.
But hey,
haven't
if
watched
you
any
wanna
trailers yet.
raid, you best watch some YouTube and get your skills up before you fucking join.
You don't have to get your skills up. You just need to at least know where to stand. You know what I mean?
Don't stand in the fire.
If you say you're on ad control, you're on ad duty, at least know where the ads are coming from.
Don't lose focus.
If your job is to hit button A when button A lights up, know where button A is. You know what I mean? Like,
know your duty. Know
exactly.
your duty.
Yeah, just don't fucking go in there and just assume that shooting is all you have to do.
Don't get distracted. Squirrel.
Yeah. You haven't watched any of the trailers yet?
No, I have not watched.
Not
any
at
of
all.
The trailers yet.
Oh, I don't want to spoil anything.
And the latest PlayStation thing I watched was the Portal stuff, or Q, or whatever you want to call it.
The PlayStation Q or Project Q?
Q or Portal, Project Q, PlayStation Portal.
Cool. So okay, I won't talk about these two things then.
I think another.
Since you haven't seen the trailer.
I think another big announcement on the showcase was the weapon subfamilies. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know what that is.
So weapon subfamilies are, for instance, there's going to be, I think, sidearms that shoot rockets instead of bullets.
Sidearm?
Oh, yeah.
Heavy sidearm?
Damn. The fuck?
Yeah, it launches rockets.
I want a Gallahorn sidearm, man.
And here's one that I'm interested in. Auto rifles that can heal your teammates.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's just like Overwatch. You're Ana, just shooting your teammates with the auto rifle.
I'm surprised they don't have a trace rifle yet that does that. You know?
I know, that would be great.
Like unlimited ammo trace rifle.
It's just like Ana, right? You'd switch off from the DPS shots to the healing shots, right? As long as you're shooting bad guys, you're hurting them, and you're shooting your friends, they're healing them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is also a new thing that's coming in final shape. Weapon sub.
I wonder how that would work in a game where you don't see your teammates' life bars. You know what I mean?
I think they're doing an overhaul on the interface too, so maybe they're going to integrate that somehow.
That's something I would like them to do, especially since they incorporated more of the healing part in the game now, is to show your life bars
on that. We got a taste of it on that one exotic, right?
Lumina.
With the healing little orb thingies. Lumina. Yeah,
Lumina.
Which is cool.
And they have the heal grenade too.
Yeah. And the grenade too, yeah. So so the healing auto rifle and the rocket firing sidearms is what they previewed so far.
Okay.
There might be more coming.
It would be nice knowing they're getting messed up over there. Now I put my ward down because I need to save them, right? Because if it's a tanky ass player, what's that?
Right. You might like this one, Johnny. This is another way that they're trying to help. Their friends that might have stopped playing and are jumping back in. But obviously, if you're going to come play with us, we're already at the high level, and we're going to have to spend time to get you leveled up to do the content that requires particular levels. Let's just say they're doing a power thing now where whoever is the highest level in the fire team, whether it be a fucking 3-man or even 6-man for that matter, it will bring everybody that's lower up to that person. You won't be exactly at their level, but you might be one or two under that. It won't be your real level.
It won't be your real level. It's just enough to participate with the rest of the crew.
To participate, yeah.
Okay, all right, that's cool, man.
So now you're not left out.
You're not over there trying to do shit on the side. Okay.
So yeah, if we want to do Grandmaster Nightfall, the hardest one, and me and Jeremy are already to that level to where we can participate. However, you haven't been playing obviously for the last few seasons. You'll be levels behind, and we're short a guy. You can still come with us, and we're actually doing that content.
Oh, that's cool. That's
something they're changing.
Very cool. Okay. Huh.
What's up with the collector's edition? How's that looking for Final Shape?
So collector's
You-
edition, it's a replica of the original tower. That lights up with some LEDs. I mean, it's okay. It's cool. I don't have a tower yet.
Oh.
I've got ghosts. I've got fucking Eris. I've got the Drifter. I've got statues of all these things. I actually don't have a tower, so it is kind of cool to have a tower. I even
Did you
think
order
that
it?
the tower. What?
Did you order
What do you think?
it? I know the answer. I just wanted to hear it.
Oh man, you know that shit's ordered, bro. Well, there's an incentive actually to pre-order the game already. You gain access to a new exotic right away in the game right now. So you get to use a final shape weapon in the game right now, which is a fusion rifle that takes on the element of your subclass. So if I'm Strand, it'll be a Strand fusion rifle. If I go to Arc, it becomes an Arc fusion rifle. And it's got this cool perk where you use up your grenade charge, puts it in the gun, and fires like a single, like really powerful shot, like a boss damaging kind of shot. You obviously get the ghost, and you get the emblem right away too. So, but yeah, so it's a statue of the tower, little miniature statue, like about yay big.
Oh,
Maybe
that's small.
I don't know.
I didn't think it was that small.
A foot
Small.
I think it's.
I'm looking.
I think it's like I think it's like a foot tall. If I had to guess, probably like a foot tall or something.
Okay.
What's the little figurines I'm looking at?
Yeah, and then you get pawns of Cade, Ikora, and Zavala that you place on top of the tower, and then
Shit,
I
they're
think
too
it
big
has.
for the tower.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like, I don't know, cartoony looking or whatever.
They look
when
way
you
bigger than the tower, man.
Yeah, when you place them on there, it's supposed to have like some kind of audible thing that gets spoken.
Oh, okay.
Some
When you place
augmented
Cade, you'll
reality
hear
secrets.
You place Ikora, you hear Ikora say something.
Be like Star Wars. You're
Some more of
my
that ARG going on.
Well, so I guess the original tower makes an appearance of sorts in the new destination and final shape. So I guess this kind of correlates to that.
You get some books too.
Yeah, you get the books, you get the patch or the sticker.
Oh yeah, I see the
typical
patches.
Typical stuff that you get that in the collectors.
Dossier.
Normal collector's stuff.
You obviously you can
The
obviously
soundtrack.
buy it with the game or without the game. You could just get the toys without the game if you're still deciding on what platform you're gonna play it on.
Without the game, 275 with the game.
Yeah. So just like Jeremy, he was able to find the PC version actually on sale already on some site, so you didn't have to pay the full
Damn.
price.
PC,
You could
baby.
just get it cheaper and then get the toys later.
How did you find the PC version on sale?
It's not that hard, dude. Most PC
Oh,
games are
really?
cheaper than getting
Really?
the console, which is one of the reasons why I'm switching over.
It's hard for me. I've already bought 9 years worth of collector's editions, man. It's gonna be weird not to have that blue strip of PlayStation right at the top of the box. I just need it. I just need that strip.
Is it even blue or is it going to be the white one? The white PS5 strip?
Actually, it's probably gotta be Sorry.
Yeah.
So it's already fucked up. I went from blue to white. God damn it.
Yeah, might as well just win a PC at that point.
Oh,
God
nice.
damn it. That's
So
all
I
right.
take
already-
it,
I already
Jeremy,
spent the money.
you got the Epic Games one?
No.
I take it that's the PC
No,
version.
no.
I'm looking. There's a PS5, there's a PlayStation, there's Xbox, there's Steam,
Steam.
and there's the Epic. Oh, Steam. You got the Steam version.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay.
I'm not endorsing the
See?
website. I'm not getting paid for that.
Ah,
So what do you think is going to happen next season? What do you want to see in next season? The last season of the current Destiny before Lightfall or before Final Shape.
Oh man.
What
that's a
else
good
can they
question,
do?
you know?
Beyond just the witch or the season of the witch and Eris.
You know what I would like to see? I would really, 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 really like to see a World of Warcraft type of approach where we get to actually experience a little bit of that new destination in the next season before even actually having the
Okay,
new game. See what I'm saying?
a little preview
A little preview.
of
Because what
the
they
next
said
stuff.
was, out of the 4 seasons, you played Lightfall, and the 2 seasons that followed was supposed to be like leftovers of finishing off what was started on Lightfall. The final 2 seasons in the lead up is supposed to go into Final Shape, get you prepared for Final Shape.
Okay.
So this is the resurrecting Savathun to figure out how to get through to the portal. Well, if we're already going to resurrect Savathun in this season, we got a whole nother season after already learning how to open the portal. Maybe we already do. And we actually get a little bit of being able to go in it. I don't know.
So here's my problem with the format right now with Lightfall and then these seasons. The seasons that we're doing, they're not even on Nessus. They're not Nessus, Neomuna.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's like we
I
did
get what you're
Lightfall,
saying.
we're finished with Lightfall, but we don't come back to Neomuna to do any content in the whole year leading up to Final Shape.
Right.
Whereas I think, at least in
Forsaken.
Witch Queen, that was the last one,
Or
right?
Witch Queen.
The last one before Lightfall.
Yep.
There was a destination that was, or a dungeon that was on Mars, right?
Right.
That they released. So far, at least I haven't heard that they're coming out with a dungeon that's on Neomuna, right? Or
Yeah.
a new strike, maybe, that's on
Right.
Neomuna. Is there a new strike that's on Neomuna? One?
One.
There's one. That's
Yeah.
it.
There's the one strike. Mm-hmm.
But they didn't. It released with Neomuna. It didn't release with a season. So that,
Yeah. Then.
I guess that's my main complaint with this new stuff, or with the season content, is that it seems like this one, none of it has anything to do with Neomuna or Strand, right?
Yeah.
Whereas previous seasons, it was something in relation to what the expansion was,
Right.
right?
Well,
So,
the problem with Lightfall is that it was actually part of the Final Shape. They just broke it up into 2 separate expansions because they needed time to work on it.
yeah.
So all of the stuff that we experienced in Lightfall was actually supposed to be the true lead-in to the next expansion. It was going to be the next expansion, the entirety of it. Like we're actually playing the last expansion already. It's not like 2. So because of the way that they broke it off, it's kind of like now they're just making up stuff. It's a lot of filler to get us to the next one in February. I mean, the next expansion drops in February, late February, February 27th. So, but at the very least, even if they broke it off, they could have at least did a better job of just continuing to keep the place somewhat relevant as we're approaching, like you're saying. It's almost like we just experienced it and now we're not paying attention to it already all of a sudden yet. It's
There's
supposed
nothing
to
to do
still
there.
be part of this whole thing, you know?
No.
I think a lot of that has to do with the whole new scheme of the Destiny content vault and sunsetting parts of the game, is that the reason for the seasons is just to consume content in sections. And that's been a problem for the Destiny universe, or the feeling of the MMO that they're trying to kind of accomplish here, is the fact that, again, terrible replayability. I can't even go back or even have a reason to go back and play these other things. They spent all this time creating new Neomuna, yet there's nothing relevant to go and experience there. Why? Why isn't there that? You
None
paid
of it
for it.
connects together,
You created
is
it.
what you're saying.
Yeah, there's just not enough reason to go and do things in old places. Like why
No
can't
incentive.
why don't I? Yeah, there's no incentive. Why don't I feel the need to go back to the Cosmodrome just to experience the Cosmodrome, just to be in
Because it
there and
has
running around and having fun?
correlation to the current.
There's nothing to get.
No.
Yeah. So
But if it had correlation to
let's weave it
current,
into the story somehow, right? Where it's like, oh, so wait a second, you're telling me I gotta help Eris get powered up, and the only way we can power up Eris is to do these new match-made 3-player events. That's the only way we get to power up Eris. Well, why can't I just go wherever I want to go and power up Eris? Give me a fucking vase. Give me a vase, okay? It's like, hey, Cyberpunk, here's the vase that you're gonna use to capture the essence that's needed to go help Eris. Now, you can either participate in this brand new 3-player event that will allow you to progress the stuff and put it in the vase to give to Eris faster, or you could go do stuff anywhere else in other destinations, and they have their own qualities. If you go to Cosmodrome, you get to do this, and if you go to there, you get to do that. It's going to be slower than the relevant new activity that we've created for you in this season. But if you don't like to do that, that's okay. You still can do the progress. You can still help the initiative, but you could do it elsewhere. See, it's this kind of like mentality. It's this kind of thing, this level of freedom,
I agree.
which is kind of what you're talking about, Johnny, which is you just want
Yes.
to
Thank
experience the
you.
game a certain way on your own sort of accord, right? You want to
Without
experience
having
the
to
facets
be,
of the game and not have
yes.
to do it a certain way. So this is just another opportunity to capitalize on that, where it's like, okay, more replayability of the content of the game that actually exists. It's all there. It's all in the memory, and it's taking up memory of the game. Yet we just
So
keep
why not make it usable?
pigeonholing people in the new relevant content focus. Only just this stuff. Just look at this and just look at this and just look at this and just look at this. But there's so
Where
much more to the game.
it should be look at everything and everything is relevant and it all comes together.
To a certain extent, right? To a
To
certain
yeah, to a
extent.
certain
There's
extent,
got to be
because
a way to tap
obviously
into the old stuff.
to break it into its little levels. But yes,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
So one of the things that they brought back this season was the exotic mission rotator. So some of the exotic missions that you had
Oh,
access to were taken away. They took it away. You couldn't play those missions anymore. Well, guess what? They
and so you
brought
can
back
make it.
3 of them. They call it the rotator, which means next season those are going to get cycled out and then they're going to bring 3 more in. But this gives people the opportunity to experience those things that were already built. They exist in the game. Let the people play it. But unfortunately, they only have a certain amount of space in the game to be able to play these things, so they have to rotate it in and out. But the the entirety of Miyamuna is on our hard drive today, right now. Why isn't there anything worth playing in there anymore? What's funny is that the only thing that's actually relevant there at this season is to go to talk to Nimbus. And then after you're done talking to Nimbus, you talk to Osiris, then you talk to somebody else, you talk to somebody else, and then you gain access to the brand new strand aspects. And then after that, you're done. That's
Wow.
the extent of it.
Wow.
And it's like, that's it. Like, the fuck?
So at
You
least,
should.
yeah. So Beyond Light, we had to go back, and then it was an evolving thing. At least in the very first season,
Right.
that was with Beyond Light. We had to go back there and deal with freaking the Bray guy. Shoot, we had to do his challenges or whatever, or this area
Right.
had something special going on. But yeah. Any further thoughts on
Like,
the showcase? Anything I missed?
no, I don't think you really missed much. I'll be honest, for a guy that's like a big fan of Destiny, this was probably one of the more underwhelming showcases for me. For being what's called the what's that word where it's like the very last, the penultimate. It's supposed to be like the end of
The
the
finale.
light and dark. I mean, it really is. It's called the final
I
shape.
mean, stage.
So it's
So
like,
final shape. So find that
yeah,
finale, the
so
grand finale.
it's supposed to be the end of a chapter in this series in the story of Destiny, which is the Light and Darkness saga, which has been started ever since Destiny 1. So it actually it encompasses what was started in Destiny 1. It's going to finish on this, not necessarily on this expansion, but on the episodes that follow that expansion.
Yeah.
It's going to be the end of that era, and then there's supposed to be something thereafter. We have absolutely no clue. I actually thought that they might have even potentially would have previewed some kind of thing at this showcase of what the future of Destiny was, even if it was just a title. They could have just said, okay, guys, the end of the Light and Darkness saga is going to be final shape, and what comes after that is give me a fucking expansion title, or just say Destiny 3, right? Even if you just said that, that would actually
Fuck
get
it,
me
man.
way
Would it
more
be
hyped
nice?
up
It just
about
said
final shape,
Destiny. Period.
and just be like, fuck, yes, that's going to be great. I didn't get that feeling, unfortunately. And you know what? There actually is, and you haven't seen it yet, Johnny. You haven't seen it yet.
No.
I will say this. There is something really cool about the final shape. However, they didn't do it at the showcase. You know when they did it? They did it like 3 to 4 weeks before this showcase. And that cool thing that they did, they shouldn't have done it. They shouldn't have did it 3 or 4 weeks before this. They should have saved it for this. Because if they would have saved it for this showcase, I think it would have really made it that much more special.
Yeah.
To be quite honest.
And we're not going to spoil it for you.
Later.
You need to watch.
I will
spoil it
watch
for
the
you.
trailer later.
Watch the
But
trailer.
since I never watched it, and from what you're saying, it would be kind of cool is if the final shape was actually goes back to the beginning and it is actually just called Destiny, and there's no Destiny 1, there's no Destiny 2, and it goes to where it's just called straight up Destiny.
They
period.
can't because they already used Destiny, so they will call it Destiny 1, just like Mortal Kombat 1.
Ah, fucking retarded. Oh,
It's too late, bro.
Destiny X, Destiny, period.
Destiny's Child.
No, Destiny period might be contender.
I'm just, yeah, you know, I'm just saying. But yeah,
Any final thoughts on the final shape?
This little new lore thing that they talked about this week about us helping Eris get all beefed up, and the stranger getting really pissed off about us helping Eris get to that point, and basically alluding to the fact that we're helping to create the dark future that she's been trying so hard to stop, is really interesting to me. And it makes me think that maybe the next era of Destiny is a dark future that we have to play through.
Interesting.
That would be kind of cool.
I'd like to see how they spin that.
Destiny becomes reality. Dun,
Oh,
dun,
with that final, with that final thought, that is it for us on the podcast tonight. We'll be back next
Actually,
week.
You know what? Before you even say it, you know it'd be really scary, Johnny.
What's up?
Destiny, the solo only.
Da!
No, man.
Solo raids.
Oh man. We'll be back next
There
week
is
for
no
more
I in team.
random things to talk about. Gaming, tech. We'll figure it out. If you like the podcast, follow us on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube. Please check us out.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, subscribe.
The
I see you out there, Buffet. Buffet,
The solo.
you'd be listening to the content but not subscribing. Thanks for listening, everyone. That's Cyberpunk. That's Johnny. And I'm PsyBrawn. Till next time, be well.
Or be fun.